¿Qué pasa? What's going on, everybody? How are you today? It is cold here in Canada, so I got some sleeves on. Why this is important? Why could that possibly be important? I wonder. Maybe I got a special guest. I don't know. Maybe someone who's been MIA. But let's get down to it. It is Newbie. Thank you for joining me. Hope everybody had a good weekend, last weekend before Christmas. I hope everyone's being safe out there. Of course, I hope everybody's got their Christmas list done, because if not, this week in malls is going to be crazy. I usually don't talk about a few things that are going on my channel, but if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys go check out that 1,500 sub giveaway. Giving away 4 books. Enough about me. Let's start bringing in the guest. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Knowledgeable, all the way from Pennsylvania. What's going on, brother?
Yo, what's up, man?
So I've been working all day. I didn't check the score. You are my one person I'm going to ask. Did the Eagles win today?
Oh, I have no idea, man. I haven't watched any football this year.
Damn. Okay, so there's our football. There's our sports chat. There it is. I hope everything is
Went ahead and got that right out of the way.
I hope everything is going well on your end. I'm excited to talk comics. I feel like it's been a while since we talked. So, as always, thank you for joining, brother.
Like a whole week.
Yeah. And, we haven't, someone who's been joining us for a long time now, for a few weeks. It's Mr. Quebec himself, Mr. Hyper. What is going on?
What's up?
Oh, wow. Last minute surprises.
I wasn't even planning on it. It was a last minute thing. I wasn't even sure if it was going to be on or not, but I was like, whatever, let's do it. I mean, it's usually a good time. So
right?
I appreciate it, man. I really do. I really appreciate it. What's better than having 2 Canadians on one comic show? It is no other than having 3 Canadians. And the man who has been missing for a while, Mr. Key Issues. What is going on?
A fucking gang in Canada or something.
Merry Christmas, boys and girls. Little eggnog, little rum, set the seasons right. And tonight, we're going to talk some comics.
Here's to everybody. And again, I hope everybody's already done their Christmas shopping. Wednesday, the 23rd, the day before Christmas Eve, we got one last. Well, for a minute there, I thought it was going to be the last one of the year, but it's not. We got 2 more until the end of the year. But
we got one more before the end of the year.
Yeah, one more after. Yeah, one more. But yeah, let's get started. I think you guys are going to be. I mean, if Edwin, the Eagles lost, by the way. Was it close? You guys,
moving on.
I think you're going to have a little fun, but we're going to start with DC today. That's right. We're going to start with DC.
Okay.
Feel like I never give them their due, so guess what? I'm going to give them their due today. We're going to start. We're going to start with them. So let's get started, boys and ladies, if you're in the chat. So first book up is Detective Comics 1033.
Firstly,
thank
you for pronouncing that right. Secondly,
wait, which part was he? Did you think he was gonna butcher?
Yeah,
well, it's coming at some point anyway.
Detective.
All right. But we got Detective Comics 1033. I mean, outstanding, run. We're at 1,033 issues here. I think
apparently they sell this comic.
Yeah, I believe Face and Keys, you're still picking up this run, correct?
Oh yeah,
definitely. I mean, it's Batman, so I got to stay on Batman. And it looks like they're gonna continue on having Ghostmaker hang around, so we're gonna see him, I guess, in both Detective and Batman here in the future.
That's all right.
Right.
I mean, it's an interesting new character. I'm wondering how what they're gonna do with him exactly.
What about the mirror? I feel like the mirror has 0 staying power.
Man, I feel like You know, I really kind of feel like Mir is gonna go through this arc, and like, I don't know, it's probably gonna end up being the mayor, the dude that's getting elected mayor or something like that. Like, that's
Chris,
just a guess.
I think he has like split personalities or something, man, because he has these Oni masks, and in Japanese culture, they're like demonic masks that represent different things all in his room. Like, he's obsessed with the whole mask thing, and each mask is a representation of something different. So that's why I'm kind of feeling he is the mirror. Either that or his wife.
It just makes sense. I mean, they're gonna do something with him like that. Like, I mean, you know, it's kind of a thing with Batman. A new character shows up, a new villain shows up. Who could it be?
It's true, but I mean, he's just a dude in army wear that's reflective. So it's like, it's kind of weird. I don't like the design. Not a big fan. Like, even his pants are reflective, man.
I mean, Ghostmaker has MC Hammer pants, and
okay.
Yeah, but it seems like a lot of people lately have been having those MC Hammer pants. Like, what, Elektra, Daredevil?
Yeah, it sort of seems like it's making a comeback or something. I mean, I'm not gonna wear the shit, but
what do you mean, bro? Your boys can breathe down there, bro. These skinny jeans, bro, hogging everything tight. You need.
I assure you, I am not wearing skinny jeans either.
Yeah, but they're a pain in the winter, man. You don't want too much air going inside that and then freezing up your members.
That's true. That is cold.
I mean, it's not a skirt.
It's not a what?
Others.
It's not a skirt.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, I think we got really sidetracked there.
I think.
Oh shoot. We got Action Comics number 1028. Again, not a run that I follow at all. DC is not my forte, but we're showing love.
Man,
first up,
I've really been trying to give Superman a chance, but I just can't. I'll get an issue here and there. It's not been able to draw me in really. Like, I just couldn't care less what's going on in Superman.
I find these like a lot throughout the shops. Again, it's a book that you see countless copies of, and I can only imagine what comic book owners feel like when they see that, right? I mean, they order so much, and it's sometimes never sell kind of thing. So
well, okay, let me ask you a question. When was the last Superman key? I'll wait.
I was just gonna say, I'll wait.
Like Doomsday, Death of Superman arc.
Yeah. Okay. So that's like
20 years.
What are
ago.
we talking? Like 90s, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess you could. Well, you could consider. I guess Jonathan Kent. His first appearance and stuff. But I mean, that's still pretty.
Okay. What about, oh wait, no, it's not. Well, I was gonna say for a while, Shark King got a little bit of hype. Yeah, it's in Superboy, but I mean,
and that was, and again, you're going back to the 90s.
Yeah. No, it's true. But I mean, what I don't know. What can they do? Realistically, like what can they do?
I mean, the only thing I could think of is that.
Bro, there's a lot they could do with Superman. Honestly, there really is. The right writer were on Superman.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Red Cloud is the only thing that seemed to have gotten a bit of buzz in that series, but even then, I mean, has anything really come from that?
Not really.
What I think will happen is, like they said, they're probably going to bring in John Kent, the son and everything. They'll probably butcher it as DC does, because they'll try to match it with, say, like a Franklin Richards or something like that. What Marvel does, they kind of try to do. I think that that's what's going to happen. I mean, I don't know. What else can you say, right? Early 90s, we're in 2020 already. So, I mean, it's been a while. It's been almost 30 years, something like that. So,
well, hold on. I'm not really too up to date on the Future State portion of DC, but is John Kent making an appearance in the Future State titles?
Ooh,
I do not know yet.
I'm the wrong person to ask.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious because you would figure like maybe the next generation would kind of be in those little one-offs that they're going to do in February and March.
Oh, there is.
I mean January, February. Sorry.
What is this doing to Jonathan Kent's first appearance? I mean, if anything, nothing, right? Because if nobody's talking about it and they haven't really done anything, I mean, this is probably one of those times to buy the book, right? I mean,
yeah,
buy low when no one's talking about it.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it probably is a pretty good time to get in on Jonathan Kent.
Like that
I don't think he's going anywhere for a while. He's definitely gonna stick around, but
But think about it this way: like people were saying that about like Damian Wayne and things like that. Like people still say that. Like when you mentioned, and I'm only speaking on my area. I'm only speaking in the people that I come in contact with. But I mean, I think even Keys laughed at me once. But like when you mentioned that you're buying Batman 666 or Batman 656. The Damian Wayne, like people still look at you like, nah, man, that's never gonna happen. Well, what other plays do, like what?
I mean, I think Damian Wayne's got a lot more potential now that they're kind of taking him out of the Robin position and sort of put a role where he's gonna go and do his own thing.
And if
he has like a wall.
If we're already talking about, because I've had conversations with all three of you and multiple people in the community. And you guys know where I stand with, I think at a certain point we're going to see the kids or we're going to see the next generation of things. Okay, if Marvel does it, why isn't DC going to do it? It's a copycat league, right? Like that's, in sports, that's the metaphor. That's what's going to happen. Look what happened with, perfect example. DC said, you know what, we're going to come out with all our movies, HBO Max. Well, what does Marvel do? They basically blew out everything. You don't even talk about what DC did the week prior, right? It's just a copycat league. They try to cap it. So what is it going to do? Marvel's going to probably bring in those characters first, the kids, the younger ones, and then DC is going to follow. So when you're talking about Kent, when you're talking about Damian Wayne, things like that, jump on. I mean, me personally, jump on it. I never force people to buy books, but I mean, this is, kind of the things that you preach on, buy extremely low when no one's talking about it and then reap the rewards.
But again,
yeah, I mean, definitely like a good time to get in on both John Kent and Damian Wayne because they are pretty quiet right now.
As Face said, man.
And
just need
you're seeing and you're seeing future states setting up whatever's gonna come. I'm kind of actually hoping that whatever they're showing for Damian initially, I guess the initial stuff that he's going to be doing in March is like going to be sort of a build up to him becoming Red X.
Yeah, and that's something that Keys was talking about, right? Keys and you guys were kind of talking about it.
Yeah, I think that would actually be a pretty cool angle if they make him, Red X in the end. So it's a really cool character that they pulled from the Teen Titans animated series, and they just really haven't used him in DC yet. They're bringing him in now, and there's a couple candidates right now. It looks like Clown Hunter could potentially be a candidate. I don't know if they want to go that route or they're just going to have Clown Hunter do his own thing. But
do you guys
know, or it could be a completely new character, could be part of the Fox family. It's hard to say who this guy's going to be.
Well, Donny Cates isn't writing it, so it's not going to be some old character, right? Like, don't think it's going to be Scarecrow or anything like that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to be one of those really
it could be
stupid reveals. It seems like with James Tynion writing it and everything, it does seem like it's going to be one that makes some kind of sense, and that he is probably at least going to stick around through his run and will probably be a dope character the entire time too.
Hey, Face.
Yes.
What do you feel about Deathstroke's daughter as Red X? Was it Sunny?
Oh, you're talking about the Sunny character from the anime series. I mean, yeah, they could potentially bring her in sort of a role like that.
It's true.
I think they would introduce her more, like whenever they bring her into actual DC continuity, they would probably bring her in as herself first. I would guess. Yeah. But now, if she's posing as this character to try and get close to him, that would make some type of sense. But then again, that's a waste of using Red X too. So.
But wait, hold on. Doesn't he have another daughter named Rose also? In the
comics? Ravager.
Yeah.
I think she actually took the Deathstroke role too at one point, but
yeah, and she was a character in the Titan series too, right?
Yes,
I think so. Yeah.
And she's generally a good guy character for the most part.
let's not use up all this knowledge on this if you guys want to come back to the discussion. But let's move on to the next book. I hope Lasso is in here. Wonder Woman 769. Still going with that liar story arc thing. I haven't picked any Wonder Woman issue up. I don't think I own a Wonder Woman comic in my collection. I don't think any of us are on.
I've actually been reading this whole arc, and with Liar, it's actually been pretty decent. I've liked it, and I don't generally pick up Wonder Woman either, to be honest. But this arc's been pretty good.
Yeah, I find Wonder Woman and Flash, like, I don't have anything. I don't really pick them up. It's just not my thing. I don't know.
I mean, both of them for me, again, it comes down to whoever's writing it at the time. And like I said, I like this arc with Liar. She was an interesting character when they started initially introducing her. Being Maxwell Lord's daughter, she got more interesting when she tried to kill Maxwell Lord, so...
That seems to be a common theme in DC. It seems like the offsprings always seem to want to take out their parents.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does seem to be a good theme, but it works. It makes interesting characters.
Like, once I just want to swerve where they're all just one big happy family. They just have a storyline like that.
I think they try to do that in Superman, and it doesn't sell.
Exactly.
Oh, shoot. I just forgot. I just remembered. Hyper, I found that clip of Black Panther, and I want to clarify it at the end of the show. Remember how I was talking about, like, oh, it's like that Riri. That was kind of like what got me going on, like, okay, Riri is coming.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I'll tell you. We'll talk about that near the end. Because I finally rewatched it, and I was like, oh, shoot, that's what it was. Okay. And I didn't want to be, like, telling false, things or anything like that. I figured, you know what, I better clarify it.
You're trying to keep your journalistic integrity, I get.
Yeah, especially if I'm putting my name on it, so.
Yeah.
All right, so Wonder Woman is come and gone. We got Justice League Dark number 29.
And this one is part of the Endless Winter storyline. It's actually next the next entry into that. And like this storyline feels like one of those old school sort of DC crossovers. Like, it's not really going to have any huge implications in the end, but it has that kind of that old school sort of feel with all the heroes coming together and exactly what it's showing them do during this. And I actually kind of like this story arc.
Oh, nice. I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any key value in it or anything like that.
The hell with the key.
It's a good read.
Wait,
but yeah, it's enjoyable to read.
Face, I was reading it, but then I kind of got off it. Did they bring back the Upside Down Man yet, or is he off the table?
Spoiler alert.
So in Justice League Dark, that was the last thing that was going on. Was I believe was with the Upside Down Man. But yeah, I think this particular issue is going to pull away from that story arc to just tie in with Endless.
Okay, because he was an interesting character, and just to clarify, Upside Down Man was in the first arc, so.
Right. Yeah. They have brought him back since then.
Yeah. So statute of limitation on spoilers is way past. So we're talking.
Right.
When I first saw this cover for Red Hood 52, again, because I don't follow the story, my mind went to Casey Jones. I was like, that's like a cross between Casey Jones
and
the Red Hood. Like, right off the bat, that was like the first focal point. I was like, whoa, Casey Jones.
Yeah, and I believe he just changed his outfit in the last issue or whatever. I think he just changed over creative teams on the series, I believe.
So everybody's just getting a new costume.
Well, yeah, they give they're doing it their way now. He's out of the outlaw period, I guess, and into.
Oh shit! So Bricks is saying that he thinks that those are new characters.
Yeah, they have just introduced some new gang, I believe it was, in the last issue. I forget what they're calling them right offhand. They may not even
right?
I think I saw the name before.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Gem City, what's up?
So
yeah, those gangs never stick around, man. Come on.
No, they don't. Well, I mean, are you saying that in general, or are you saying that just in DC?
DC.
Okay. I just
so actually, it's funny that you should say that because they just introduced one here. I think it was the last issue of Catwoman, and they in the solicitations for Future State, that same gang is taking part of it. So
aren't they like taking over a huge? But yeah. Minor details.
So I guess at least one of them is gonna stick around.
Yeah, the Catwoman gang is called the Strays.
That's it.
Yeah, Strays.
Just the Strays.
Clever.
Batman,
It's
Superman,
kind of
isn't it? It's really.
I get it. Stray cat, strays.
Yeah. Moving on to Batman, Superman number 15.
Yeah, man.
I was only picking this up just because it was tying into what the hell? It was tying into the whole Batman storyline. Infected. There you go. Yeah.
You know, and I got into it then. That was like the first 6 or 7 issues, I believe it was, and I've stuck with it because it's Joshua Williamson writing it, and I'm gonna be honest, I've liked the series, but it's been completely inconsequential so far. Now I know that there was just some recent solicitations for the issue that they're going to come back with in March, I think, which will be the number 16 issue after Future State. There's going to be, I guess, traveling through the multiverse or something like that. So there's going to be some new characters introduced and everything like that that could potentially play into stuff later. But yeah, so far it's been really good. Again, another really good read. I mean, it's Joshua Williamson and he's killing it as far as the stories go, but they are kind of like standalone stories that really don't seem to have much consequence. Like can't really say there's any keys there. Now he could tie shit in later that could change that, but at this point, it doesn't really seem there's much to look forward to.
What about Batman Beyond number 50? Obviously, Batman Beyond. I mean, some people are on this character. I mean, we had that fiasco going on in July, August with what was his appearance and this and that. I mean, it's another one of those characters along with Damian Wayne and Jonathan Kent. You know, it's the next generation, things like that, if not already here. But I mean, I haven't really heard too much about this run in particular.
And you're not going to hear too much about it anymore because it's the end of the run.
Oh, shit.
This is the final issue.
50 is the last issue. Okay, yeah, Bricks. Okay, shoot. Well, I'm assuming the next run will come, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to relaunch it at some point.
That's surprising. You finish at 50. The next book we got here, I mean, I was kind of surprised when I saw this because it was at number 3, and I feel like we just talked about the number 1 because it had that first appearance.
No, that was number 2 that had the first.
Number 2?
Yeah, number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah, so what was that, like 2-3 weeks ago? A few people were going a little crazy for, I believe it was.
I think it was about a month ago.
Yeah, the character name was Starlet. Yeah.
Starlet. Right after that, I mean, it seemed like that was it. Nothing.
But I mean, that's usually how it goes, right? Something new comes along, and then it catches everyone's attention. I mean, well, she hasn't really been proven yet, per se. And plus, she's only in just this Murphyverse. It's not like she's going into other parts of the DCU. So I think, I mean, it's an interesting character if you actually look her up. I mean, like how she actually goes. I mean, it's a bit of a spoiler, so I'm not going to reveal too much, but the way she's kind of portrayed is interesting. It's never been done before. So yeah.
I think Keys. What's that shop? I believe it is Big B. I think Big B has 1 copy of that book, number 2, still on the shop.
But
yeah. It's probably worth picking up, for cover price because it's another one of those characters that like there's an interest in it. It's a cool character, and eventually you could see a crossover into the main DC continuity.
Yeah, that's true.
But
or not necessarily a crossover, but an introduction of that character or a version of it.
But if you had to choose, I would look for cover B if you can find it, because cover B actually has her on the cover.
That's the money book. Right. That's the money book. Yeah. All right. And then one of my favorite titles, Dark Knights, Death Metal, The Secret Origin #1. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of first appearance, maybe possibly a new character in this.
I think it's more of an origin story.
Man, it's hard to say. There's pretty much been some introduction to some kind of new Batman in every issue of this, I believe.
And the craziest part is every design is fire. I haven't read an issue that I was like, this sucks, this is a stupid idea. They've all been good.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, Scott Snyder, I know there's people out there that really aren't enjoying Death Metal, but personally I am. Yeah, I really am. I like Scott Snyder's writing, and Death Metal is fun as hell.
I mean, it is one of the popular runs. Obviously, it sells out. It's something that everybody's picking up. You see it Wednesday afternoon on everyone's IG. Everyone's picking it up once they come out. I think somebody in the chat was talking about this before we get to the last two books, but Black Adam Endless Winter Special #1.
Yeah, I'm picking this up, cover B, and that's a pure. I'm not even following this whole Endless Winter, but I'm picking up the Boss Logic cover B. That's a pure cover buy for me.
Pure cover buy?
Yeah, I mean, it's Boss Logic, so, it's going to be dope as shit.
Yeah, and I'm assuming just because of the word, or the name rather, Black Adam, I mean, a lot of people are jumping on this character because it's not like just a scrum, just some nobody's playing the character. I mean, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's playing it. He keeps hosting.
Wait. Back up.
Dwayne "The Rock"
Dwayne
Johnson. The Johnson.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
But you said Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Whatever. You guys know what I mean. But he keeps teasing things of Black Adam. The other day he was, he posted a picture.
I'm not going to lie. The Black Adam movie scares the shit out of me.
Why is that?
It's going to be horrible.
Because the thing is, it could be really good if they obviously if they do it right. But the thing is, I mean, The Rock. Okay, so The Rock was a wrestler, and yeah, he had periods, I guess, where he portrayed like heel characters or bad guy characters, but they didn't tend to last very long. And I guess they weren't necessarily his greatest versions. And Black Adam is a fucking asshole. So I don't know. Like I'm just not sure that they're gonna have him be like the asshole that he is in the movies. And
like Rock is really invested in this movie, clearly by the way he's been pitching this idea.
Yeah, he definitely does seem like he is. And the good thing is that there's been a lot of photos and stuff with him with the comics, and I'm hoping that he's actually reading them.
I think he would.
And seeing the character that he's going to portray.
No, I think he's going to take this serious enough that I think he will look at the source material just so that he understands the character. I don't think he's going to phone it in, because he's been pitching this more than the actual studios. I find he's been doing a better job in pitching the whole Black Adam movie than Warner Brothers is. Really, so.
I mean that you're not wrong. That's true. But again, there's been plenty of actors that have tried, hype themselves up certain parts that, I mean, look at Tyrese for Green Lantern, and thank God that never materialized.
I think you just kind of have to go back and kind of watch, especially now that the hype is over. You're not really like when a movie's out in the theaters or it's being talked about, your mind goes a certain way. I think that you can go back years later or months later when there is no hype on a movie and actually get the, kind of the real feel of it. If you go back right now and you go and watch Shazam and you say, you know what, I like that movie, it was cool. Or even if you already did that, when it first came out, I think you're going to enjoy that Black Adam movie just because it's probably going to be done the same way. There's going to be fights, obviously, between them. And then you're going to get those fights and those comic scenes with, you're going to have The Rock kind of talking and being, with all that comedy to a little kid, basically not knowing that that's Shazam kind of thing. I think that's where that movie's going. I think The Rock, he's probably going to do maybe 2 movies, maybe 3. Who knows with this character. But, yeah, I think it's going to be super popular because, again, something that we talk about. marketability. You can market the crap out of him and that character.
But the problem is, whenever they get, DC has a habit of getting, you know, like these really huge actors for certain roles, and then they will tend to, like, I don't know, I almost want to say sort of like Disney-fy it, but that's not even really accurate because Marvel hasn't done it as badly as DC does. But they try and make it a lot more like kid friendly, and they end up changing the character. Like someone mentioned in the chat, Halle for Catwoman. Yeah. Look at the perfect representation of it is, look at the progression of Batman in the original 4 movies, and how, you know, they attempted with each one to get more kid friendly, and it just turned into a fucking abomination.
But great drinking game, Schumacher's Batman Rob.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, Shazam, even though it was a kid-friendly movie, it got dark in a few parts, especially when they introduced in the boardroom. That was pretty.
That was the only cool part.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, they don't. I'm like DC. I don't think will be too afraid to go to that direction. I think with Black Adam, you definitely need to do that. I just hope we don't.
No, the problem is when they do go that direction, they fucking go to extremes, though. I mean, look at like, you know, Batman vs Superman. Like, wow.
I mean, let's not forget that. There was just that information leak that Batman is going to be saying the F word. So I mean, DC is going dark. So we could see this.
Don't remember the goddamn Batman?
What's that?
That was
I have no desire for that.
That was all
that Frank Miller version of Batman.
Oh, Punch! I feel the same way, man. I do not like Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy.
No, that was not a good casting at all.
Newbie, do you mind clicking on this just to see the Boss Logic variant on that?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna.
Yeah, that would be great.
Click this, and then we can. That one right there, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
It's nice.
It's dope.
$4.99 price tag, which means is what, $9? $9 for us Canadians. Somewhere around there. Yeah, it's usually double.
I just don't want to see Black Adam throwing like a people's elbow or a rock bottom during the movie.
If he doesn't, when Shazam is yelling out his name to get the lightning to strike him, if he doesn't hit him with it doesn't matter what your name is. Come on.
That's true. That's
bro, if he like zaps somebody and he's like, "Do you smell what Black Adam's cooking?" It would be awesome.
And then he's going to introduce the Johnson after.
All right.
You just skipped R rating and turned this into a fucking porn.
Last book we're talking about on the DC scale here is The Last God number 11.
Is anyone reading this?
I'm not. No, I can't tell you that I'm part of it. I know nothing about it.
No, for me.
Lasso, when you guys are paying cover, we're paying almost times 1.5, almost double from time. So it's a little crazy. You guys have heard me say that. All right, so that's it for DC, I guess. If there is no comments made or need to be made for The Last God number 11, I think right off the bat, I mean, Face, we talked about it a little bit, before the show this week. Again, seems a little light. However, we do have probably one of the hottest titles of the year, Department of Truth. We are at number 4. I'm assuming.
No, we got at least 3 of the hottest titles of the year coming out this week, though.
Yeah, Ice Cream Man, well, they're all there, right? Department of Truth, Philadelphia, Ice Cream Man, King in Black, things like that. But first up, we got Department of Truth. Boom.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not already on this series, man,
not much.
This is the best time to jump on it because it really has been an amazing series. I think Hyper's reading it too. I'm not sure, Keys, if you're reading it, but yeah.
What's that?
But I haven't read them yet.
Okay.
You got to give this a read, Keys.
Okay.
I'm waiting for 5 issues so I can sit there and just.
You're in fucking quarantine. Just read that shit.
Wait, the first arc is only 5 issues?
Oh no, he's reading for 5 issues.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah. There is another cover here. We got this one right here, cover B.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
I was gonna say, I got to admit, I kind of would probably get cover A.
No, B's the
it looks like a potpourri exploded or something on this cover.
I mean, it's Department of Truth. I think, like, you know what? It really doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get every cover that I can.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with Hyper. I mean, there's a lot going on here. You're kind of like, what is going on?
It's beautiful.
Okay, sure.
I kind of like it. It's out there. It's interesting. It's different for the series too. I mean, like, it's very different.
I mean, this one's just the vibe of what they've been doing throughout.
Yeah, it's pretty much got the same, the same feel to it. But go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I like the Jenny Friesen covers that the first few issues had for cover B. Those I actually liked.
Yeah, I mean, the Friesen ones are great too. But they're right. That B cover is Trad Moore. It's just, and it's just his style. There's a lot going on. It's just kind of out there. It's like an acid trip sort of. It's fun. I like it. And again, it's Department of Truth. There's no wrong answer for the series right now. You can't pick up, then it's not good for it.
No, exactly.
It's kind of doing the same thing as like Something Is Killing the Children, where pretty much every cover for it, even the store exclusives, are holding and even gaining value.
Yeah,
and that's usually pretty rare to see for her.
Yeah, is a hot, and that's another one that comes out this week too. I totally forgot about that. Moving on, we got Family Tree number 10. I got to be honest with you. I kind of say it a few times when we do these shows. I don't remember talking about the first 9 issues of this book, yet alone to 10.
Well, we haven't talked about it much. It's not a series that I've been on, so we've kind of skipped over it for the most part whenever we've come to it because none of us are reading it.
Yeah. 10 issues, jeez.
I have heard it's pretty decent, but it just I got a lot on my pull list as it is. So
I mean, it's just Lemire that's writing it, right?
I believe so.
The next one, I mean, Ice Cream Man number 22. You got 2 really cool covers. I personally like that second cover. I'll show you this one. Obviously, this is kind of like one of those Christmas calendar.
Yeah, it's the Christmas covers, man. They're great.
Yeah, the Advent calendar, as they will. Every day is a gift.
I think there's an incentive for this that's really good. You might have to put the number and check that out.
Okay, let me.
This issue actually has an incentive.
I
think so. I really enjoy this cover. I think this cover is dope. I like
it. I like both of them.
Yeah, I really like this one. Let me see if I can find the. Come on.
This actually makes me hungry now.
Nah, can't do it. It won't. Come
maybe it's an exclusive then.
Yeah.
But I think there's like 3 or 4 different exclusives coming out for it too.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of.
Wait.
Yeah, but I really like this
ice cream. They're all the same flavor.
Say that again.
This dude has 3 scoops of ice cream in that cup, and they're all the same flavor, bro. That's a travesty, bro. There's a waste.
4.
No. Wait. Hold up. It could be vanilla. It could be banana, and it could be
What banana, bro? That shit's white.
It could be walnut.
Banana's yellow, man.
Walnut.
White. Come on.
Walnut.
Bro, what do you eat?
Marshmallow would have been the go-to, but
if it ain't cookies,
walnut,
it ain't good, man.
Marshmallow flavor.
Yeah, I've never seen a white walnut.
I've never heard of marshmallow flavor. I got to be honest.
No, maybe Images
was fire.
Maybe their printing shop went out of whack, and it's actually 3 different colors that we're just not seeing.
Okay. Sure, let's go with that.
Moving on to another series that's really hot, one of the year's best series, but we got Philadelphia. I got to admit, I really like this cover. I mean, I'm biased for the black covers. I think they're great trophies to have, especially in good condition. But I really like this one.
Keys is tilted.
Why? What English was misunderstood there?
No, it's nothing. There's nothing wrong with what you said. It's just the way you said it kind of made Keys chirp up a bit.
Man, Keys doesn't know English either.
Me.
But yeah, I really like this cover.
This is a good cover.
Obviously, love the story as well. There is another cover. Excuse me.
Yeah, Philadelphia has been fire too. As a series, it's kind of flying under the radar. It's not one of like the big ones like Department of Truth or Something Is Killing the Children, but it's pretty good too.
A lot of people are still on it. A lot of people are still saying, "Hey, you know what? Pick this up." I believe number 1 and number 7 are they got first appearances or something like that. I don't know.
Sure, and I'll tell you, another one that flies under the radar that actually falls in the same vein is Bitter Root. Man, that series is amazing.
Especially the variants, those movie homages.
Yeah, the variants for it are great, but the series itself, just to read, and the characters that are in it are pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think I was telling Sparks this, I was telling him last week on his FOC that this is one of those series how I feel like I'm not reading it right now, but I have a feeling it's going to be one of those series where I'm going to probably regret not picking it up earlier on.
Yeah, definitely. You should try and pick up some of the earlier issues if you can, just to grab them and have them.
I got to admit, when I saw this cover, I thought this is what Obama killing vampires, just a classy suit there. You know what I mean? Like he just.
See, the thing is, I didn't want to mention how it looked like Obama because I didn't want to be one of those comments that's like, oh, so you think that they all look alike? Like,
nah, man, come on.
Damn.
Come on, man.
So I didn't want to go there, but you kind of took
this panel right here is Latino, African American, faces Caucasian.
Is he though? He's a face.
Face origin
or is he? Yeah, or is he? Shoot. Okay, never mind.
Face is like those video game characters where like in the profile it just says unknown, unknown, unknown.
Exactly.
It could be John Cena.
Oh, you can't see
bro.
Let's see here. I think Philadelphia will get picked up. Just a matter of time. That's the thing that I was always talking about is the fact that vampires. You can't get. I mean, I can personally get vampires, but the vampire thing, there's such a cult following for that stuff. It's
bro. That's the thing, man. These books like Philadelphia, Bitter Root, Something Is Killing the Children.
Yeah,
these books are fucking made for shows. Like they really are, and it's probably only a matter of time before it happens.
Yeah,
and. It's funny too because there's a lot of similarities between them, but they're different enough that they just stand out so well on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, just quick question and just a quick, just one word answer or one title.
Okay.
Something Is Killing the Children, Department of Truth, Ice Cream Man. In your mind, book of the year is
Something, just because it's been around long enough.
Something.
Sorry, I know it's more than one word, but
no, but you know what I meant, like just the title. Okay. I think
Something Is Killing the Children. Yeah.
It's a proven, like after it was released in 2019, and till this day, it still hasn't let up in terms of quality, in my opinion. So.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's a tough call because all of them are great. I wouldn't cut any of them from my pull list at all. But yeah, for me, Something Is Killing the Children stands out just because it seems like the character Erica Slaughter is going to draw in the most fans. I think that's probably going to be that picks up the most in the end.
Although the thing is, of the three though, Ice Cream Man is the one that, like, if I had to, I'm not saying that you should drop it, but because they're anthology series, I kind of find Ice Cream Man is one of those books that I don't consistently pull, but I'll just pull them here and there, just because it's
once in a while.
Cover.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, I agree with you guys on the Something Is Killing the Children. First one to be picked up. However, I do think it might be a tie depending on who kind of puts something on the screen, especially with what's going on in today's world with the pandemic. But I think it, might be an arms race between Philadelphia and Something Is Killing the Children, just simply because of that whole vampire thing. It would be instantly, watched and liked. So, yeah.
I mean, but didn't I think Department of Truth already got optioned or something like that, right?
Did it? Oh
think
yeah,
so.
yeah. But I mean, now.
But option to like actually something on screen to everything. I mean.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna fuck around with Department of Truth. I mean, I think you're gonna see that probably show up in the next couple of years.
Yeah. Is anybody on Marked? Because we have Marked number 10, and we've got 3 covers.
I mean, I was on Marked for like number 9 because it had a cool cover.
Yeah, I only picked up the first issue, that one per store, just because the cover was cool, but I haven't actually read it.
Keys, are you on this or no? Not at all, eh? Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oblivion Song number 29.
Another Kirkman series. Been pretty interesting. I've been picking it up. I am a little behind on reading it though.
Okay, if you had to compare this with Firepower, which one would you go with?
Shit, I would take Firepower.
Okay.
Before we continue, Universe X, he's got something to ask us here. So since it's the end of the year, what was your guys' favorite title this year?
Isn't that a segment that we're already going to be doing?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing this on Tuesday. We're going to be talking about all the books from, well, not all the books, but just basically the ones that stood out of 2020. So tune in on Tuesday. But I think we kind of just leaked out a bit of information on some of the books we've already commented on for sure. What else we got here? We got Redneck number 29. I don't think any one of us is on Redneck.
No, I can't.
The name turns me off, bro.
And that says a lot because I know Face picks up a lot of books. I know Hyper picks up a lot of books. So yeah.
Well, I have heard that it's one of Donny Case's better series. It's just not one that I'm personally reading. I haven't added it to the pull list, and I just, like I said, I got a lot on it, so
Kid Collector, what's going on, man?
If it's one that starts to like really heat up or something like that, I probably do have the first issue somewhere.
Quick question: is eBay wonky with payments? I got an email saying paid, but check the amount and nothing.
Yes, eBay is very fucky with payments.
Yeah, sometimes it is, depending on your bank as well. Sometimes it might take a few days. Yeah. There's a lot of
postal service right now is fucked with mail
too. So, with what's going on in the world, some places already shutting down and locked down. I mean, I don't know. There could be a multiple of things going on, but yeah, I mean, you could probably ask anybody. There's a lot of people that have had issues with eBay, good and bad. So, I don't consider calling it eBay. It's Feebay to me. So,
jeez.
All right, so we got Scumbag number 3.
I'm just wearing this hat because I know Newbie's going to be throwing a lot of shade.
Why? What's the hat of?
Yeah, right.
No, the shade on eBay. I mean.
Oh. Scumbag number 3 is not a book. I think no one in the panel here is reading it.
I read the first issue.
You sound crazy as hell. I'm definitely reading Scumbag.
Oh, are you? Oh, I don't know.
Great.
Everybody went quiet, so I was like, okay, I guess nobody's reading it.
Well, because you didn't ask us, you just went all assumptive on us.
I said
Scumbag is the biggest fucking dumpster fire in the world, and it's amazing to watch it burn.
Damn.
I just read the first issue and then I dropped it. No, not because I didn't like it, just because I have to kind of be more selective going forward on my pull list. That's all.
Bro, you and me both.
Yeah, I mean, Scumbag. It's one of those series. It's fun. It's just a fun read, really. I don't necessarily like. I don't think you're going to see other outside of like the number 1 issue, really big keys or anything like that. But it's definitely a fun read.
Yeah, it's definitely not for everyone.
No, it's not for children.
It's definitely for me.
Yeah. And then I think, well, before we get into something that I know Keys is getting excited about, we got Sea of Stars, number 8. Again, a book I don't remember talking about the first 8 issues, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah, because I keep mixing this up with the other one, Sea of Sorrows.
Yeah, Sea of Sorrows. Actually, that's what I was just checking. I was like, wait, what? Did he say the right name? Oh, yeah. I didn't even know that was funny.
Hyper, I actually remember last week I said, or 2 weeks ago I said, oh, you know what? That's actually one of the books I wasn't able to find, and I was preaching about it and blah blah blah. I actually went to a brand new shop in my area, and the guy has a rule that said if you're new to the shop, he gives you a free book.
Well, you told me about that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I went, and they had Sea of Sorrow. When I go to get it, though, it was like mangled. Like you could see it because it was like there's 2 shelves.
Of course, it's
underneath. It was mangled, man. Like
hold on. The freebie. I'm guessing it's his discretion. You don't get to pick.
No. It's just it's like I bought a few books, so he just kind of gets like the cheapest one. So the freebie that I got was a Firepower. Firepower number 1.
Did you go in that place and tell them you was Newbie Comics?
No, man. I was wearing a mask. I was wearing a toque. Like I just went in and just. I'm quiet, man. I don't say that.
Wait, which Firepower?
He went in there like I'm motherfucking Newbie Comics. Hook me up.
Not the free comic book day issue.
No. Number 1, like the actual issue. Yeah.
Because I was gonna say if he's gonna sell you on the fact that he's giving this to you for free, I mean it's right there on the title, bro. It's free.
Which debatably is number 1 really a big deal. Wouldn't it be the little prequel that came before?
Which one?
The free comic book day issue?
No, some of them free comic book day issues get hot. Look at the Virus first appearance.
But not Firepower.
Oh, wait, never mind.
15 copies left, so if anybody's looking for one, just let me know.
And there's actually
the fucking free plug there.
And Newbie, don't you have one on the way?
Yeah, I got one on the way. Because
shit, they're giving birth now?
Yeah, well, I won my first ever contest. I won Hyper's contest, so I'm kind of pumped. I think I got 17 now. But as I'm looking behind me, when I went to buy that Firepower, the guy actually threw in 2 copies of the first appearance of Virus. So I think I actually have 18 or 19. So I can't get rid of them, man. I can't.
This man's feeling very generous.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you, bro. Yeah, I am. I'm lying.
Free book if you are new to the shop. Yeah, man, crazy, right? Must be why they call him Newbie. Maybe. Rolling out. Stay safe. One love from Chicago. Hey, take care, Jeff. Thanks for joining, man.
Peace.
All right, so now we're getting into a book. I know Universe X, Jorge was talking about it. I know Keys is obviously picking it up, but we got Spawn 313.
All right, I'm picking up every cover. If you're picking it up, banking on Plague Spawn, I don't think he's going to appear. If he does, I have a theory on who it is, and it's already an older Spawn. And Red Meat, I honestly don't think he's showing up. This guy right here. I don't think he's showing up this issue. I don't know what's going on. The solicitation is totally off. I haven't even seen Omega Spawn.
I think he's showing up. I think he's showing up because they've been advertising.
I don't know, man. I feel like they're slacking.
So wait, this character, sorry, Keys, because obviously I don't follow Spawn that well. So this guy is somebody that people are saying is going to show up. You don't think is showing up, but he's on the cover. Is this a first cover appearance for the character, or?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So like in a few issues ago, they had a cover appearance of Ninja Spawn. Ninja Spawn hasn't showed up once since issue 301.
Oh, so you're thinking it's just going to okay. I got it. I mean, yeah. You're the Spawn guy, so I go with.
I'm not sold on it, but I'm still picking up every cover because I love them all. So
it's weird with what he's been doing. It seems like he's been throwing covers on characters that he's gonna end up using in the future or something like that. Like, cause Ninja Spawn just kind of came out of fucking nowhere, hasn't shown up yet, and then I think Gunslinger, they put him on a cover before he came in.
Never in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he came in issues later. So, who knows? You could be right.
Yeah, I will say I like this cover C, and the
that's an old cover though. That's an old cover reused from 189, I believe, 189, 188.
Is it? Because I thought they were advertising that as another new character. It's not
a new character. It's not. I have a feeling it's Jim Downing, who was introduced in Spawn 185 in the end game arc. That's a key issues exclusive. That is not a new design. That is old. That is an old ass design.
Spawn guy.
I like that theory though.
So Jim Downing has Jesus-like powers, so he can heal. So it only makes sense that if he's a Spawn now, he's Plague Spawn because it'd be like the evil version of healing. But to be real, That is Jim Downing's Spawn 110%.
Interesting.
So
yeah, I mean the thing is though, with the Spawn, like you don't know what the fuck he's doing because he'll throw a character on the cover and then they may not show up for 3 issues, or he'll put the character on the cover and they do show up. So he's kind of like, you don't really know. You just gotta kind of jump on Spawn and just go with it.
So anyone that's following the storyline,
if you're looking to get the keys anyway,
anyone that's following the storyline, you'll notice that everybody that has worn a Spawn costume is back, and all the Spawns are back, except for Jim Downing. He's the only one that doesn't have a full costume, and this design is his old costume. So I'm thinking he's just going to be reintroduced.
And they're bringing in like every fucking Spawn available too.
Everyone, and their moms, and their dads, everybody coming to cookout.
I don't know if you guys saw earlier, but Gem City said he was picking up 10 copies of that book. So yeah, I know.
Right, it might not be a bad one to pick up because there could be a first appearance coming in there. There could be 2 first appearances coming in there.
Yeah, and
don't be upset if there isn't.
Right? Yeah, don't be upset if it's not there. But I mean, at least you're getting the first cover appearance. So as it may, I guess. I mean, I guess you're getting something. Yeah, wow.
I think I might drop a video on that maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
Why not?
We'll snap.
Right.
Yeah.
Tartarus. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't even care.
Tartarus.
There you go. Cool.
I've been waiting all night for this.
At least you didn't call it tartar sauce.
Yo, tartar sauce is fire, bro. Put some respect.
I really thought that's where he was going to go with it, to be honest.
I haven't had tartar sauce since cafeteria food in high school. Man.
Tartar sauce?
Yeah. What?
Tartar sauce?
Yeah, tartar sauce. I haven't had that in a
tartar sauce is.
Man, I'm just saying, like, don't you ever have like fish and chips or something? Or
do people really eat that shit? Like that shit is nasty. No, mayonnaise and fucking ground up pickles. No, I'm good.
I don't. I know people who do.
Pull them from the stream. Pull them from the stream right now.
Eat that shit like a barbarian.
Yeah, so we got number 8 here. We got 2 covers. Are you guys picking this up? Are you guys even on the story or no? Because I think when we last talked about this, I don't think anybody was on it.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm not picking up tartar sauce.
I saw it. He's dropping a new video. You heard it here first, folks. Oh yeah. Oh man.
Slow and steady. Hashtag slow and steady.
Oh man.
Nobody likes that shit.
Man, you have to like trademark that now. Tartar sauce. All right, Undercover Country, number 11. Again, another story, another title rather. When it first came out, super hot. I'm not sure if it's still going as hot. Are you guys picking it?
Yo, Undiscovered Country is a great read. Like, it's definitely not as popular as it was when it first came out. And it doesn't have the heat on it, but it's another one that every issue has been pretty good. I love that series, man. It's worth picking up.
Is number 1 still going for like crazy amounts? Like I think
not really.
Like $200.
Yeah, I don't think it's really crazy. Yeah.
Only the Ash Can is just because it was a case where the whole news of it being option happened well before the FOC date, so people were well aware of it. So
right.
The shops were smart enough to order enough to cover everyone that wants it. So it was one of those things. It's not like a DC scenario where you knew the first Punchline appearance after FOC date, and then people were scrambling for that Hell Arisen 3. It was like the opposite of that.
Yeah. That was. That's another story.
And and it was crazy too with that Punchline shit because it was right in the fucking solicitations that she was showing up, the cameo, and everything.
And in case you haven't noticed, that was a little bit of dig at DC on their marketing or lack thereof.
Yeah. Moving on to Dark Horse Comic. I mean, I don't really think there's too much going on here. You got Assassin's Creed Song of Glory number 3.
Holla, baby. I hear that shit's fire. Video game. Sorry, newbie. It's a video game.
Oh yeah.
No, I know it's a video game. I know. I just didn't know. Man, I had to see. I watched the movie on an airplane. All right, so yeah, I know. Don't worry.
It's a movie.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender's.
Yeah. How do you not know that? All right, let's point and laugh. Make fun of him.
It wasn't good.
No, it was terrible. It was like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But when you're on a plane,
damn, that's woo.
Yeah, it's. I mean, hey, you know, it's my opinion. So yeah.
I don't think you're alone in this opinion, though.
Yeah, no, it was a terrible movie. You Look Like Death, Tales, Umbrella Academy. Of course, Umbrella Academy, super hot, super popular. We got number 4 of number 6. We've got 3 covers coming out. Are any of you gentlemen picking any of these up?
No.
I can't say as I am.
No? Keys?
So much for the popularity of that. Yeah. No, it is a hot property. It's just not one that I've gotten to.
Yeah. I just thought, you know, it had the same vibe as like Stranger Things, excuse me, where, you know,
which
people
is exactly why I'm not really into it.
You know, whatever it is, but yeah, even that freebie, the first appearance of them, it's kind of gone down. I remember in June, I mean, copies were going for about $300. Yeah, the freebie.
$300?
$300.
Wait, a raw copy or graded?
No, graded.
Okay, I was like, damn.
Raw copies. I actually was involved in one of our local shops does these.
That's because nobody got that shit.
No. That's one of our shops actually has auctions once a week, and I kind of tuned in back in like May, and they had a copy again back in May when there was like, you know, lockdown, no stores. I think it could have been April, and they had a raw copy that went for 105 Canadian. And again, you're going raw. I mean, obviously the guy that's selling it is telling you it's near mint, but you know, I don't know.
Going in raw, boys. We going in raw.
So that's a book that I think you could find cheaper. I mean, if you're really into it, if you're really whatever the case may be into it.
There's a whole lot of innuendo going on right now. I'm just putting that out.
I just kind of like.
This is what happens when you bring Keys after a long hiatus. You start. Because I'm not prepared for this now.
Yeah.
This is Keys, sponsored by
There's no preparing for Keys.
Yeah,
you just roll with
Trust me, there's a lot of you just kind of look away when he's around. So, but yeah, it's just one of those covers or one of those titles rather. You know, you could probably get it low if you're really into the story or you want to kind of have it in your PC. Going on to IDW. We got Comic Book History of Animation number 2. I mean, Hyper, you were talking about this. I think it was a few weeks ago when number 1 came out. I mean,
wait, which series?
Comic Book History of Animation number 1.
I don't think I was.
Yeah, I don't really remember that one.
Not to pick it up, but you were saying you had some information of it where it was just like some. Was it not you?
I don't think it was me, man.
Was it Face?
I think from the solicitations, this is just like it's literally what it says. It's comic. It's a history of animation.
Yeah.
And comic book form.
But I don't remember.
This is a history.
Okay, I thought one of you guys were talking about it because I remember when we talked about issue number 1. You guys, I think it might have been Face then who said it was just.
I think we mentioned it whenever it came up on the show, but that was about it.
Yeah. Face, I know for a fact you're picking these titles up, but we got G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 277.
Of course, man. It's G.I. Joe, so I got to pick it up.
You got 2 covers. I'm assuming there might be a little bit more, or is it just this for until? Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't even know what cover I have.
This should be like Anna White on Wheel of Fortune with all these gestures.
This is for my people in the chat. Okay.
And this is for just after the current like Snake Eyes storyline that they just wrapped up. So I think it's kind of more like a standalone issue.
If you love dogs, I mean, you're gonna love both covers because they both have that dog with them.
Yeah, so probably the dog will be an important part of whatever this standalone issue is that nobody's gonna give a shit about. But I will.
Hashtag. It's gonna be like Old Yeller.
That's dark. Secret of the Swamp. I mean, I don't think any of us are picking it up.
Wait, hold up. Was Old Yeller a German Shepherd? Wasn't he something else?
I don't know.
He was. Wasn't he a retriever?
Yeah, he was a golden retriever.
Retriever, man.
He was taken out back and it was shot, bro. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Like this one-shot series.
Come on, man.
Oh, I see what you did there.
We got Goosebumps, Secret of the Swamp, number 4. Again, I'm not picking it up. I know that. I'm not really sure.
I've got like 5 copies coming because there's going to be a huge first appearance in this one. You didn't hear about it?
No.
Oh, man.
I'm picking up 10 copies.
That's because it doesn't fucking exist. Who cares? It's Goosebumps. Nobody cares. We're not 12.
Come on, give me a break.
Unless it's a novel, I'm not picking it up.
No, unless it's
the classic R.L. Stein
like
novel.
1992, I'm not picking it up.
I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't watch
Parenthood, number 1. Again, it's the number 1. It's the second print. I mean, if you don't know your ABCs, well, this is a good time to learn because it's right in front of the cover.
Yeah, definitely.
I will say it is a cool cover.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot going on, but I mean, I love this cover, to be honest with you.
Usually when a cover is this inviting, that means there's some messed up stuff that's going to be happening in that book.
Y'all realize that? No, but look at that cover. That's not just the alphabet. That shit is a Ouija board.
Oh.
This is Newbie Comics fridge in about a year.
Yeah, I didn't. It says yes and no.
Issue Spec. Key issue Spec. This
yeah, that's a Ouija board right there.
In 1 year.
Shoot, yo, Face, good eye, man. That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pick that one up.
I'm gonna be picking it up.
Face. Yo, what kind of voodoo obia shit you doing on your free time to notice that, bruh?
Hey.
How do you think he's getting more subs?
We keep that on the DL,
Damn,
bro.
I gotta sell like half of my soul or something, bro. Jeez, I'm out here starving.
I'm picking it up. I'm definitely picking it up. It's got the Spy Island. It's got that like crazy cover going on for me. I'm definitely gonna pick it up if I come across it.
Yeah, I know Sparks is actually he did pick up the first issue. I don't know if he actually enjoyed it or not, but he did pick it up when it first came out.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking it up for that cover.
Then a book I think that we just talked about a few minutes ago, but it's Sea of Sorrows number 2. Again, another black cover. This time you're kind of seeing a little bit more. In the first cover, it's just basically Sea of Sorrow. Now in this one, we get this scuba diving skeleton guy. From what I've heard, again, I haven't read it because, you know, the only chance I had to get that cover was Mangled. But from what I've heard from everybody who's reading this, it is a great read.
Yeah, CSR's first issue is dope. I'm gonna grab the whole miniseries, and there's, I mean, like both of the first issue and this issue obviously have that mostly black cover. There's a dope RI cover for the first issue.
That mermaid one. Right?
I'm not sure what the RI is for this one, but I bet we could check it out. That means nobody got to type some numbers and shit.
Yep.
1 in 10, yeah.
Yeah,
that looks interesting.
Okay, well that's definitely not the mermaid, but
I don't really like this one, to be honest with you.
There's an RI, I guess.
Okay.
Unless there's a 1 in 25, maybe.
Let me try.
Issue 1 had a 1 in 25.
No, I kind of doubt it, but
No.
Yeah. So, you know, I guess pick up the main issue. The RI, I guess. Okay.
Like the main one.
But yeah, that's the first issue was great, and it looks like it's gonna be a pretty good series.
Sleeping Beauties number 4. Passing, grabbing. What are you guys doing?
You know, I grabbed
Shark Tank.
and like first issue, and then I just kind of fell off of it. So,
what's going on, Manny? Thank you for joining, brother.
So you could say almost like Sleeping Beauty put Face to sleep.
Yeah, I mean.
The irony.
Like it wasn't bad or anything. It was just another one of those series where like I was probably looking to cut back and it just didn't make the cut.
Yeah, exactly. If not, if you want,
I would love to buy everything that comes out every week, but unfortunately, it's just not entirely realistic. So I just go with as much as I can.
If you want to come back on that one, you could easily cut back on Sonic the Hedgehog number 4, I'm assuming, because I don't think any of us have.
I will never fucking give up Sonic, newbie.
Really? Wow. Okay.
No, I'm just playing. I ain't buying that shit.
Okay. I'm like, I don't remember you picking that up at all.
No, yeah, I can't. I'm not into the Sonic.
I think people that pick up Sonic, I don't want to be
say it hyper.
I think the
I've been there, and it tastes just like our Burger King, bro. I don't know what the hell it is. The shit's overrated.
So it's pretty much, so it's pretty much like any other burger joint.
Yeah.
Wow, Hyperdale.
Right.
No. I wasn't trying to throw shade at that. I was just trying to relate to your point.
Man, I was happy as hell. I was like, I'm in America. I'm about to eat Sonic.
I'm interested to see.
It's a burger joint. They're all
what you Star Wars fans are doing, but we got Star Wars Adventures Smugglers Run #1 of 2, which means if we do the math on that very quickly, it's 50% done after the first.
Wait, what is up with Chewbacca's? Like,
hold up. Key issues exclusive right here. I can pretty much tell you that Chewie and Han Solo will be in this book. Drop the mic on him. Drop the mic on him, bro.
I might have to pick up like.
I mean, that's it right there. That's the call of the week.
I mean, that's a great spec news for anyone that's blind in the chat right now.
Because we have probably a shit ton of blind people watching a fucking live chat. Can't read.
Hi, Mom.
That's my demographic.
That's me.
But I'm not sure what's going on with Chewie's. Like, I don't know.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, he's looking. He does not look like Chewie at all. It's almost like Chewie and Teen Wolf had a baby.
It looks like.
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good
I
one.
struggled with this series when I first saw it come out, or that it was, in the solicitations. I was like, okay, cool, Star Wars. I gotta grab it as #1 and everything. And then I read the solicitations and I saw the covers and I was like, yo, this fucking series is gonna be completely meaningless and nothing's gonna happen. Who cares?
But
and honestly, I was off of it. I'm not gonna pick it up. And today I just decided I was like, it's fucking Star Wars. I'm just gonna grab it. It's 2 issues. Who cares?
I'm sorry.
Newbie Comics. Let me tell you a cool part about Star Wars: the Battle of Yavin. The fact that this takes place after the only cool thing in that era, trash. Move on to the next one, bro.
But I'm sorry. But
no. Because the Mandalorian takes place after the Battle of Yavin.
No, but like 30 years later. It's like 30, 40 years later. Oh my god.
The Mandalorian? No, the Mandalorian's not that much.
I almost cried on that last one, bro. It hit me right in feels, bro. I almost cried on that last season finale, man.
Here's the thing. The thing with this book.
It touched a man's soul.
Here's the thing with this book. It's a #1. What's super hot right now is Star Wars. Anything Star Wars is super hot. I can see a lot of people, but I just see a lot of.
This one is not going to be.
I still kind of cover. It looks like Chewie's trying to be Mufasa or something in this.
Yo,
the only fucking chance that this book has of being relevant is if like absolutely no one buys it but 3 assholes like myself, and then like a couple years down the road maybe there's a fucking frog in the background that they make into something or some shit.
Jar Jar's cousin twice removed.
Yeah, there's nothing really significant seeming about this book at all.
Something I know Face is picking up, but it's Transformers Back to the Future #2. You are all over Transformers.
Absolutely. I'm picking it up. It's got it introduced a new Transformer in the first issue, and crossover series where Marty McFly has to help the Transformers fight Megatron. So
Wait, Face.
How is that DeLorean Transformer? How is it? He cool?
He's dope.
She cool?
Yeah, he's dope.
They cool?
I mean, his name is Gigawatt, bro.
Pricks.
Oh, 2021, baby.
This is about the Mandalorian. Yo, why is everyone crying? I didn't watch it yet.
I didn't cry. Okay?
It's not bad tears, bro. It's not bad tears.
I had 1 tear and I sucked that thing right back up. I was like, not today. Not today. Now, Lion King. I cry over Lion King every time, but the Mandalorian, it was close. It was hella close.
Lion King, I just got.
But it's not bad tears in the Mandalorian.
I have to tilt my head back on the Lion King.
Toy Story 4? No.
What's that?
What's that?
We were talking about movies that some people might have had a tear. Toy Story 4? I mean,
I don't have kids, bro. I ain't watching that.
Toy Story 4? Man, I stopped watching that shit after Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 4
Same.
was a tragedy compared to. I thought they should have had Toy Story 3.
No, you had to have that goodbye between. Spoiler alert! You kind of had to have that goodbye between Woody and Buzz, man.
But why did they have to say goodbye? I mean, I don't get it. Why do people find that they always have to change the status quo just to kind of shake things up for the sake of shaking things up? Why can't things be the way they are sometimes? That's just mine.
Listen, as far as Disney's movies go, for the most part, I don't care unless it's The Incredibles.
I didn't like the second one.
Yeah, I
The
didn't.
Incredibles was fire.
Oh,
Oh my
whoa.
god, that's a segment. That's a segment.
Yeah, wait, the second one or the first one? The first one, I'm with you.
Both.
The first one, yeah. The second one,
I like both.
Both, bro. Both are fire.
Thank you, Louis. Yeah, Toy Story 4.
Jack is a beast.
Toy Story 4.
Jack is the man, bro.
What's it called? Let's move on to Dynamite. Yeah. I think this is going to be quick.
Let's move past Dynamite. Nobody's buying it. Nobody cares. No, I'm just fine.
They got that Mars Attack stuff going on. Face, didn't you pick one up last week?
I'm picking up the Dynamite series and the 2 new mini series that involve like superpowered people.
Okay. We can just then move on to Boom Studios. We've got Dune House #2. I'm not even gonna pronounce that word. Okay, I'm not even gonna hyper the time of
Dune
day.
House of Trading.
No. Let's hear this.
No.
Nooby, this is how moments are created.
Thank you.
Dune House at Treacy's.
Oh yes, that's fucking fantastic. Treacy's, yes. House of Treacy's.
Yo, I'll take it.
I don't know about them.
Treacy's for 500. Lock it in.
And a good day to you, sir.
Listen,
I said good day, sir.
I'm gonna put some phrases up, and I want to hear you guys, and I'm gonna start laughing. I'm gonna get my family to laugh at you guys.
Nooby's gonna give us some
Spanish. Hold up.
So yeah, so we got number 12.
Brady's.
This is the second print though, guys. So yeah.
But that's a dope cover too, though.
It is a dope cover.
Obviously, something that's picked up traction. Obviously, with that, is it a show? Is it a series? Right? It's a series that's coming out.
It's gonna be a movie.
Oh, it's a movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, this series has been being picked up. Number 2, second printing. Yeah.
See, the thing is, all right, and I'm a huge fan of Dune. So I'm picking up this series and pretty much every fucking cover I can find on it because I love Dune. And the thing is, there's been movies that have come out. There was one that came out in, I don't know, fucking, I think it was, starring Kyle MacLachlan. And then there was another series that was done by Sci-Fi Channel. And, you know, I'll be honest, I like the Dune movie from the 80s with Kyle MacLachlan just for its fucking, you know, corniness and kind of nostalgia. But it does not at all do any type of justice to the world building that went into the Dune novels and stuff like that. It's not even close to having all of the shit in it from the first novel. And that movie would be huge. There's just so much is left out. And that's one of the nice things about getting to read these stories in comic book format is they get to dig a lot deeper into them and really get into the lore and the mythology. And, you know, I'm hoping that people start picking it up because Dune's really interesting. It's a great series. And it's hugely underrated because it had some shit movies that really didn't do it any justice.
Yo, what were the movies called? Were they called Dune?
Dune.
I'm thinking like Tremors or something. I'm thinking something totally
different. You know what? When I saw that, it looked like that worm from Tremors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Tremors, bro. Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on
but Dune was way before. Dune was way before any of that. Dune was like, at least as far as I know, Dune was the first one with sandworms like that. Because it was way before Tremors, it was before Beetlejuice, any of that shit.
All right, cool.
Keys.
Dune came out. I think he wrote it in the. I think he wrote it in the 60s.
Damn.
Wow.
Face. I think you were talking about this because I believe you had mentioned something about the Blue Sun Rising maybe a week or two ago.
So Firefly, they've been doing an event across you know, the last few issues, and the 2 special Blue Sun Rising. It's a criminal organization in Firefly universe. But one of the interesting things that I did hear recently is that Disney is potentially looking at a Firefly reboot.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So, you know, that could be interesting. I mean, because I guess they own the rights now under Fox and everything, so.
Man, if you're still in here, man, I just got notified of the video that you tagged me. Hyper's in it, Face is in it. I appreciate that. I guess we can talk about that a little bit later at the end of the show, but hey, man, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, so we got that going on.
Newbie.
Yo.
Mute my mic, bro. Mute my mic for a sec.
Okay.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Wait, what? I'm lost.
I think. Oh, he's gonna take a piss or something.
Oh, but does he realize he can mute himself?
Why did he just cut his stuff off if he wanted to do that?
I don't know why he's gonna do that, but yeah. Okay. We've got, what else do we got here?
You should just unmute just for this hell of it.
No, man, I gotta respect it, man.
No, I'm kidding, obviously.
What is going on, man? Thank you for joining us on this lovely Sunday. Okay, this is probably, we've talked about it, but yeah, again, Department of Truth, Ice Cream Man, Philadelphia, and Something is Killing the Children all have issues coming out this Wednesday. Number 13.
Wait, did we pass some shit?
Yeah,
we did. We can go back to it though.
Yeah, we can go back. I just saw TP, and I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, this is probably going to be something that everybody's picking up.
And that 1 in 25. Although I'm not picking it up, but the Franny variant.
Let me see.
Yeah, Something is Killing the Children is getting to the point where, it's pretty out there now. There's a lot of these.
Oh man, I have not seen this one. This looks awesome.
That's a
it's a dope cover.
Especially you go with what she's holding in her hand, and then you see in the shadow it's that like evil man. I like that.
Yeah, I like those kind of covers where there's always like something in the background where you kind of have to pick at, like, it's not so obvious.
Sorry, Keys. I was just.
Yo, this commercial break brought to you by Bacardi, Palm Bay, and Eggnog, bro. Drink it today. Once you break the seal, that's it.
Also sponsored by Comics in Niagara Falls and Sketchbook Comics in St. Catharines.
St. Catharines, baby.
Did he just go commercial hotel on us?
I know. Yeah. Flush.
I guess. I wish like my commercial breaks could be like sponsored by Ford, Bill Ford, and then
Honda.
It's something crazy.
Honda.
Yeah.
Ford, you're gonna break down this shit.
This is a 1 in 25.
Toyota.
I mean, yeah, that's a dope 1 in 25.
So this will probably be $100.
But there's probably gonna be shit tons of them out.
This will be $100 by the.
No, negative, sir. It'll probably be fucking $10 the week after it comes out because there's gonna be a shitload of. There's like 6 store exclusives for this, man.
That is true. Yeah, I have noticed that the values on these aren't what they used to be because stores are getting.
Yeah, man. Once the store exclusives start getting involved, it devalues the shit out of most everything because you know, especially like whenever you see like 5-6 different stores getting in on the same issue. But then those 1 in 25s start rolling out too because the exclusives. So I mean, it's just one of those things.
I think the last one the last retail incentive that did well was that DeCall variant. I think that's the last one, if I remember. That's
the last one that really blew up. Yeah. Number 9 and 10 aren't too bad, but pretty much anything after 10 is where people really started to catch on to it, and they sort of see you can tell the difference in value.
It's still a dope series. I mean, I would just pick it up.
Oh, for sure.
Just for the interior.
Face. So I'm going back here. This row right here. This is the row that we kind of skipped by just because I tried with TP. Is there a book there that you want to talk about?
Yeah, down there at the end. It's the second to last one. Actually, I think it's the last 2 books, but the second to last one specifically. That one right there. It's Jim Henson's Labyrinth Masquerade #1. But the dope Jenny Frison cover with David Bowie on there, and his role as the Goblin King. So,
there's a lot of younger people that be like, "Yo, that's a she."
That shit is worth picking up. You may be right, but
don't know about David Bowie, baby.
It's still David Bowie, and that shit is still fire.
David Bowie,
Young Cats.
And then that's cover B right there. I don't think you can go wrong with either cover, to be honest with you. And then ending Boom. We have Unkindness of Ravens, number 4.
Better we skip over something.
You didn't skip over
something, bro.
We didn't skip over anything.
Children 13? No? I missed that, didn't I?
Yeah, you missed it.
We were talking about we literally were just talking about like a few minutes ago, bro.
But he was taking a leak.
I think he's still in leak mode.
Hypothetically.
That's a man, baby.
That's a man.
Yeah, so I'm assuming nobody's picking this up. There's not really a lot of excitement about it, to be honest. Again, another one that's in that category of like I don't even remember talking about.
I mean, it's the end of the series. Like I've grabbed every issue of it, and it's been decent. Like it's a good read. It's just nothing like it's not like it's not something that's killing children or anything like that. And it is the end of the miniseries anyway. So I mean, who knows if you're gonna see it come back or anything like that.
I think it's time to get into Marvel talk, and this will end the new comic book, and then we will go on to news.
Wait, yeah.
Man, why do you guys always do this?
Got a couple other ones because there's some important books.
You forgot the comics the last section.
There's a couple little maybe possible gold mines down there that you don't even know.
Because usually the vault publications are usually in this section.
I gotta say right now, I don't even know what this is, but whatever this is a dope.
Yeah, actually, that right there was one of the ones that I was gonna point out. It's A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, number 2. It's the second issue, and the series has some heat behind it. The first issue was apparently pretty popular, but that cover right there is obviously fucking fire. So.
See, this is what happens with these titles. The title's so long, there's not even a synopsis because it's not even necessary. You got the synopsis.
I thought that was a sentence, dog.
Yo, are you reading?
That was like a full university essay. You know what I'm saying? I had a thesis, that conclusion, all in the damn sentence.
So that's the cover B. This is the cover A. I didn't notice. It's just that cover B really catches your eye. But
yeah, the cover B is fire. I mean, that's the one I'm going to be trying to grab.
Yeah,
I've never seen this in my LCS.
Yeah.
No, number one, people have actually been because it was a movie that got turned into a book. Usually, it's the other way around, right? Where the book turns into a movie.
You know what? The only store that would have this is Big B Comics in Niagara Falls.
Shut up, man. To say with the sponsors, right? Jesus.
I mean, he just keeps name dropping, doesn't he?
No, man. No. Because they usually have a bigger selection. Jeff might have this at Sketchbook as well. It's just I think that Big B they order more titles and different things. So I would probably say,
listen, bro, you don't have to defend it. You don't have to defend it or sell it. Just if you're gonna sell out, just do it full force and just dive into. No, I'm
okay, but hold up. Unbiased opinion for anyone watching this. Newbie Comics and our region A is on this stupid lockdown and it's about to get more lockdown. B, our comic shops are having shipping problems. So a lot of these books actually come in with damage. So either A, they're delayed by like 2 weeks, or B, we actually don't get a lot of these comics, man. Yeah. So when we pick something up, sometimes we pick it up late, but that's the first chance we get to pick it up around here, bruh. So it's a little rough these days, but it is what it is, and we try our best. So
this is your version of slumming it.
But this ain't. This is rough, bro.
It is. Yeah, it is though.
Yeah.
You know, even some of the shops, they don't know what they're gonna get on Wednesday.
They have no idea.
Like you could call them all week, even Wednesday morning, right? Because some of them, the stores don't open till 11, but somebody's there at 10, and even when you call them, they'll be like, "Man, we don't even know yet. We haven't got it. We don't know." And even when they do get it, they're like, "Man, we don't know what day the rest of the stuff is coming."
So, I just like how Keys is hyping it up like a 2020 special.
Yeah, I'm just trying to show you guys we're living in tough times over here, okay? Yeah. So for like 10 cents a day, you can sponsor a Keon or Mr. Key Issues, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, 10 cents a day? You cheaper than them little kids, man.
Jeez, man.
Damn, I'm only half one of those little kids, you know what I'm saying? So you know,
right? They're like 19 cents a day.
Is there another book in this vault here that you guys want to talk about, or was that the big one?
Scroll. I think there's a couple of vault. I don't know.
Yeah. Picture of everything else from vault.
Cross. Man, a lot of covers for Cross.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of weird books that are coming out this week. Just scroll down through that shit. It's a long way, bro.
That's a lot of
yeah, I don't know if they're reprints or what the hell is going on, but there's like 6 issues or whatever that shit is coming out.
Okay. Patriotica.
Yeah, that's actually on the 3rd issue.
Of course,
obviously the kitty cover there is going to be the one that Newbie wants.
Newbie wasn't even waiting for Face. He just clicked on that cover.
Look, and that shit was like $10 US. He's gonna pay 20 for that, but you already know right now he's buying it.
No.
Newbie's like, yeah. So Face, you were telling me about this book? Face,
right?
Oh shit. Okay, what I don't even know what cover I'm looking for, boys.
It's called Picture of Everything Else. You're looking for that book. There's like 3 different covers, I think, on there. You know it's in P's, and you're like not in alphabetical order at all because you're past that shit.
I think it's mine on the first cover that he just clicked on.
Okay.
Bro, do you alphabet?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because, I mean, we got that alphabet. We can go pull up that other one so you can get that shit right.
Well, we got set.
Right here.
There we go.
So which one is it? I'm confused.
Go up a little bit. You got to go up a little bit more. See, PI comes after, before PS. There we go. Up a little bit more. Just one more row. One more row.
Right here.
Give me
one more row. Go up one more row.
Lord
Trust
Jesus.
me. There we go. There we go.
Give me the strength not to roast this man in this whole career. Thank you, Lord.
We're gonna make a living off of this. Hey, at least Newbie's a good sport about it.
What the hell?
That's true.
This one's like.
That's true.
This is
crazy. Yeah, no, this is some like Sweeney Todd covers and shit like that, man. Like it's one of those
fingers or what are those?
That's what I.
I'm not sure, but it's an interesting premise for a comic book because
you can see the nails.
It takes a piece of like classic literature, the the story of Dorian Gray.
Right.
This is gonna give a different twist on it.
I read that shit.
Yeah, this is going to take a little bit of a different twist on it, and it's about the guy who actually painted the picture.
Yeah, I actually bought
this is awesome.
I actually bought that book. It's in my bookshelf. I haven't read it yet, but it.
Right? I mean, but it's one you might want to check out. I mean, as far as classic literature goes. Like,
hey, Face, slide my DMs, bro. Send me this, bro.
I got you.
I'm totally serious too, because
that cover up there with the cover up there that Newbie keeps trying to pass, yeah, that red one there, that shit is I like that shit.
I was just seeing how many covers were there, so we got 5 covers. This one's actually probably the best one.
Yeah, I think there's an incentive and a foil too.
Oh wait, Faith, is this a Nightfall series from Vault?
That should go hard.
Because you know how Vault's doing that Nightfall horror series? Is this part of that lineup?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's tied in with that or not.
Okay, in that case, I might look into because I am trying to pick up the newer horror lineups in Vault because they've been good for the most part.
Yeah, they really have. I'm picking this one up too. So.
Okay, that's some good info.
All right, so if that one's there, yeah, I'm definitely grabbing it.
Oh yeah, and then those 2 are the incentives there. One of them's a foil.
Of course. I saw where that clicker was hovering.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, he trying to go on the titty book again.
All right, so let's go to Marvel.
So the last book on it would be Exo Man of War #3 coming out from Valiant. I just mentioned it because it's Valiant and they've started publishing again, but they seem to be doing it at like a fairly slow rate. Like, they're not putting out a whole lot of shit. Seems like it's like one week.
Bricks was on it too. He had mentioned it in the chat earlier.
There's a David Nakayama cover for this, I think, that's pretty dope, but I'm not sure if it's like, I think it might have been like some weird pre-order cover or something like that.
This one right here?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay, maybe it's just B cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, gotta say it's pretty dope. I think there's a third one. No, okay, no, it's just. Oh yeah.
I think there is. There's
like
right different covers or something.
Yeah, it's cover C. Yeah. Well, there you go. You guys got some extra information there. Yeah, I like that first one that we talked about. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I agree with Freak Louis, man. Nakayama is where it's at, man. His covers kill it.
A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, #2. If it's there, I'm definitely picking it up because I love this cover. I love this cover.
Wow. And Patriotica #3, the B cover. Newbie will be picking that one up. That's the spec of the week.
That is dope.
Yeah.
Wait, which one? Which one? Hold on.
Patriotica #3, the B cover, the titty cover.
2 first appearances in that one, if you catch my drift.
It's a good thing. You actually told him the title of the book.
Bro,
Otherwise,
hit the camera, bro. Hit the
All right, let's get on to Marvel before we get into our comic news and the spec side of things. So we're going to be starting off with Amazing Spider-Man #54. Keys, you fell off this this run, right, with the whole Kindred thing. Like, you weren't
hella boring to me, unfortunately. I don't know. Maybe it's like my undiagnosed ADD. I don't know what it is. Shit's boring.
No, I think you're not alone in that. But it has been picking up. But it has been picking up. I haven't read like the last few issues, but it has been getting slightly interesting. I will give them that.
See, slightly ain't selling me right now, dog. It's not selling me right now.
Well, the thing is,
I don't know. Like, I've been getting it, but I'm reading it. I'm really fucking trying, okay, because it started off good. So,
see, if you got to put effort to read this, bro,
I think no, but I think the whole thing. Listen, okay. I'm gonna give a pass for 50 issues of bullshit if this ends the way I think it's gonna end, and it brings back Mary Jane and Peter Parker, because that's a dynamic that never really should have left the series to begin with.
Facts.
And then hopefully we get that back and we get some writers on it that can do some interesting shit with Batman, because goddamn.
Well, for this one though, I am picking up the 1 in 10 PS5 cover, the Miles Morales.
Oh yeah, all of those have been hot. Yeah. And I think I've actually been pretty lucky with getting those too. I think I've managed to grab every one of them so far.
Yeah, same. I think I've gotten doubles
for cover too. Like, yeah, the store just puts them on the shelf like they're just regular issues.
Are you talking about this one now?
No, you got to increase the number because it's an incentive, so you won't see it unless you bump it up.
You gotta put the number in.
Is that the one? No, that's not it. Why is it? Oh no, you have to go to cover A and you have to bump it up. I think.
Bump it up.
Yeah, you have to go up like 2 or 3.
Yeah, for this one, and then just increase it by 1.
Slaps.
No,
okay. Sometimes it doesn't work, but I think there is a 1 in 10. Oh wait, that's the one, right?
That's 55 though.
Yeah, that's.
Oh no. So sorry. It's not this week then. Yeah, because the
it might be on 55. Oh, it might not be on the LR issues.
Yeah. My bad.
Briggs is saying it's Spider-Man shouldn't be past 50 issues and still have a struggling story.
It's true.
I mean, he's not wrong. Like, it's Spider-Man.
The Briggs.
The thing is, like, I get your point how like a writer might have an end goal, but the thing is, you also are asking us as a consumer to plop $4 USD for each issue, right? So it's on
once a month.
Sorry,
it's like once a month, no?
Right. No, I think honestly, I think fucking Spider-Man has been coming out almost weekly, bi-weekly right now.
Nah, not weekly. Get the hell out of here. No,
I'm serious, because they'll release. I think it was on a bi-weekly schedule for the regular issues, and then they dropped in the LRs.
Yeah.
Which fill in the other. Right now.
But yeah, my point is, as the writer, it's on you to make sure that you keep our interest for that 50 issues. We shouldn't have to. I mean, I understand there's a bit of patience involved, but at the same time, give us a little something that is going to get us interested to get to that 50 issues. You know, like basically going back to your series, like when someone recaps your run, they shouldn't be like, it was shit until issue 51. That should be the summary of your tale.
Well, and like, I mean, I don't know. The reveal of Harry as Kindred, which I think beyond spoilers now.
Damn spoilers.
It was another one of those, man. It kind of felt like the whole virus thing over again. I was like, this is another missed opportunity, because Harry really no, you know, like.
Really?
It felt like it shouldn't have been him. I would have been much more happy to see like somebody that maybe
Flash Thompson.
That no, not even Flash, because like, first of all, like the one of the problems that I have with it is Kindred's powers and the way that they've represented them seem demonic, or they're somehow derived from hell or whatever. Then that's how he's representing them. So why in the fuck would Harry have those powers? Like, this shit doesn't make sense to me right now.
Well, the thing is also,
Harry,
that pick was too on the nose. Also, it wasn't like really thinking outside the box, especially the way they made it sound like it was like someone that we wouldn't expect, and then it turns out to be the guy that you expected the whole time.
Yeah, it was like the most obvious character that, you know, and it just.
Moving on to
I almost at that point was hoping they were gonna do some off the wall shit, like bring back, like, I don't know, fucking like George Stacy or something like that, John DeWolf or somebody that was dead.
You know
that had
what?
those demonic powers, that was pissed, you know, or something like
Let
that.
all four of us write the next couple issues. The four of us right here. This is the team. Let us take this shit over.
First appearance for Yolanda.
What's that?
What?
I'm throwing Yolanda in there. The second.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yolanda Below was coming.
Damn, you just said it right.
And then issue 2, we're gonna get Conan the Librarian.
Oh, definitely. We gotta have Conan the Librarian in there.
The Librarians.
All right. Moving on to a book I think is just as slow. A lot of people might be saying it's boring. Is Dr. Doom number 10?
You know, I'm not sure what they're doing with the series. Like,
hold up.
It was actually a decent read. There hasn't been anything, like, you know, super significant in it. It is a good read. I've enjoyed it for what it is, but I'm not sure what's going on with it. Like, I don't know if they're ending the series after Cantwell. I think he's leaving it because he's writing Iron Man now.
Cantwell, yeah. What is? Oh. See, that's a much better cover than what Previews is showing. Yeah, that's dope.
Yo, what's that disgusting ass poster in the background, fam?
It's a rare Iron Man 3 poster.
God damn, that's disgusting.
Yeah. So, I don't know what they're doing with this Dr. Doom, but he's coming. So
Doom looks like he put on that COVID weight on that with that mask.
Bro, facts. I'm trying to put on that COVID weight though, low key, bro. This isolation is not doing anything for me.
Excalibur.
For those who don't know,
moving
stuck
on.
at my house for 14 days.
Excalibur 16.
You're definitely catching up on your reading.
Yeah,
catching up on my drinking. I'll tell you that right now.
My girl Rogue is on the cover. You got Jubilee there. I don't know who the other two are, but you got the two ladies.
I like how Newbie basically.
Yeah, I'm sure my girlfriend's pulling this off the wall as soon as she sees it because it's got Rogue on it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pulling all the X titles, so it'll be a pickup for me. So.
Sparks, good.
I mean, I want to check it out and find out where they're going now that Apocalypse is gone. So.
Listen, if you and Hyper Combo can like break down X of Swords for me so I can understand it. Maybe I'll start picking up like these random X-Men titles.
I'm just getting on X because the thing is, it was
too much.
Great, that shit was like a. I liked X of Swords. It was different, and I enjoyed the fact that it wasn't what people expected.
Yeah, it's confusing.
The thing is, because I'm reading all the.
Oh, what's this issue? Does anybody care about this? No. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, we can move
next.
No, but look, for the X Tiles, because I'm picking up all the X Tiles, I haven't gotten to the X of Swords event. I'm actually at the prelude part, so I should be doing the X of Swords this week, and then hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the biggest titles in Marvel coming out this week. Obviously, it's what everybody is reading right now. It is King of Black #2. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's obviously the big, event that's going on in comics right now, and who knows what to expect with Donny Cates, man.
We can expect a strong Sentry appearance with no death. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry.
No, I think he's gone.
Oh.
I don't think he's gone permanently. I don't think Sentry's gone permanently, but I do think he is gone for now.
Okay, boys, can we just talk about this real quick? Do you think that they're going to bring back everyone that Carnage killed because of the codex in their body? Seems so Sentry.
Who did Carnage kill, though? Realistically, who did Carnage kill?
Lee Price.
People.
Give me someone significant. Nobody gives a shit about Lee Price.
Alejandro Jones.
Nobody cares.
The Ghost Rider of 2011.
Oh,
yeah.
Died.
Who you
She
gave
was
me a
fired.
trivia question one day about because nobody even fucking remembers her.
That chick that brought him back in Carnage Born, I forgot her name.
Which you don't know her name, so nobody cares. See,
yeah,
this is what I'm saying. Carnage, he didn't really kill anybody. Like, yeah, okay,
This
he
is why I
killed
asked
people,
these
but he didn't
questions.
really kill anybody.
This is
Will
what
they
Key
come back
Issues
at some
thrives
point?
on.
Which is
Will
funny
they come back at some point? Probably.
You know what's funny about that, Face? I was on the Venom panel that Donny Cates was hosting at Fan Expo when he was hyping up Absolute Carnage, and he was telling us there's going to be significant deaths. In hindsight, I'm not sure where those significant. I guess Lee Price maybe
Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying. They're like, yeah, okay, there's gonna be significant deaths, and they say that shit all the time. But even if there are, they don't fucking last. So that's why I kind of appreciate where Al Ewing
later.
Well, like I appreciate where Al Ewing and Jonathan Hickman are going in taking death out of the equations in their comics. Like, it's not even a fucking plot device anymore because
no one's gonna take
they're back. So you gotta write more interesting stories.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
This one just looked like I'm a big fan.
I'm grabbing all the tattoo covers
of white covers, but this one just seems lazy to me. I don't know why.
This cover is
I'm grabbing all the tattoo covers, bro.
Yeah, but this cover is sponsored by Dollar Shave.
Damn. And I don't know, but with the first one, you got a temporary tattoo. You might get one with the second one.
I'm like,
bro, you know how hard my arm will look with one of those, bro?
Exactly. You got to get the whole collection, all 5 of them down your arm.
Whole sleeve, baby, whole sleeve.
Yeah, leave it up with them temporary tattoos from King in Black.
This one looks like I'm
sweating out in the club. Temporary tattoo coming off. Don't worry about it.
You'll be the man for fucking 3 hours before that shit starts to peel off.
Yeah, I just hope you don't sweat in the club and then you get outed.
Yeah, because then you only get an hour. 3 hours goes down to 1.
Jeez.
That's like the ghetto version of Cinderella.
Pass on the tattoo.
The tattoo covers are ugly as shit, but I gotta grab them anyway because I don't know, man. I those temporary tattoos, man, they sold me on it.
What's up, Pacino?
I like stupid novelty items like that shit. I really do.
Well, your shop was giving it out for free, though, right? I hope they weren't charging.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. If you got the tattoo issue,
you know what the craziest part is? We never got it.
Oh no.
Yeah, but Newbie tells me the kind of prices your shop gouges you on for these nothing issues, so I'm not surprised.
Bro, I was going full SoundCloud rapper, like one on the forehead, one on the cheek, the other one on the cheek, bro. I was out here, I was gonna look thug for like 2 hours.
Get it done.
Yeah, that's not even SoundCloud. That's more like MP3 from YouTube converted to GIF format.
Bro.
Also, there's a spoiler cover for King in Black too. So,
All right, yeah, sorry, boys, sorry.
So we got the spoiler cover right here.
It's worth picking up. I mean, I picked up the first spoiler, which was interesting.
I mean, I'll pick this one up too.
What's that?
I'll pick this one up too. Why not?
Yeah, I'm also picking up the connecting because you know me, I like those connecting covers. So.
Right. Yes, you do.
Funny.
So does it say not final art on the actual cover?
Well, what probably
no,
is
of course not.
Didn't color it. They just
They're
didn't color it.
Yeah, that's not it.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was just wondering. All right, so then we have one of my favorite characters. Kidding. We got King Size Conan #1.
Conan the Librarian.
Conan the Librarian. I mean.
I see. I'm not sure. Like, this is just some short stories that are probably going to be inconsequential, or if it's fucking reprints or whatever.
It's your typical Conan cover too. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like most of them are pretty much.
No, man. But see, the thing is, I feel like Marvel is fucking making moves with Conan right now, so they're preparing to do something.
Who's that Jimmy Cricket-looking guy next to Conan?
Thank you.
Like this, what is he? Conan's conscience or something? It's like
first appearance, bro.
I think this is like him on a mountain, and then this is just like a different.
Oh, it's the same dude. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's just him, but just
No, that's Mini Conan.
Okay, I thought it was like a traveling companion or something. That's like
it's like Dr. Evil's
It's a clone, but miniaturized.
1/8 his size.
Is anybody on?
It's a hard knock
on this.
Yeah, I mean, I picked up the whole miniseries. It's been all right. It's a good read. Nothing, you know.
Is his first appearance?
It just gives him his origin. And everything like that.
Say that again.
Is his first appearance still going crazy? Like,
I don't think it's going as crazy as it was, but
it
does feel like they're doing something with Maestro because you know they're giving him this miniseries and now he's got another one that's coming too.
Something.
Yeah, it's definitely been a good. It's been a good series. Nothing stands out as far as keys or anything really, but it's been a good read.
Yeah, and to answer your question, Newbie, I think his first appearance in Future Imperfect, I think it's like a solid $20-$30 book probably. I don't think it's
right. That sounds about right.
I think if I'm mistaken, I saw it at around like $80, which again for this kind of character.
Well, that's probably from your shop though.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of feels like what they're doing with like sometimes I don't know. It seems like Marvel has a habit of like a character like this where they'll give them this miniseries and maybe this next one and everything like that, and they're preparing to use them somehow in the Marvel universe. I wouldn't be surprised to see Maestro pop up in the next few issues of Immortal Hulk as one of his personalities.
I mean, Ewing is bringing back old Hulk favorites. Like he did bring back Rick Jones and all the other characters. So.
Yeah, I mean, and Hulk basically he has all these different personalities in his head, like Joe Fixit and the Savage Hulk, the Devil Hulk, you know, everything like that. So, I mean, why wouldn't Maestro be one of those personalities? And like, you know,
it's true.
I could see it happen.
It doesn't mean it couldn't be, right? So, yeah. We got a Marvel book right here. We got Marvel number 3 of 6. We're at the halfway point. Louis, thank you for joining, man. Enjoy your night.
Peace.
Oh man, it was such a good fucking episode too. You're gonna love it.
Let's see what else we got here. We got boom. We got Spider-Woman 7 with the King in Black tie-in. Spider-Woman's, I mean, I'll say it's a weak run. It's I think number 2 was the issue where they had that negative space one.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been.
But other than that, I mean, this run has been super slow. I remember I was told to pick up number 2, even if it wasn't the negative space one. And I remember reading it at Big B Comics, and there was nothing in it.
I believe that number 2 had the first appearance of that character Lady Vermis or whatever.
Yeah, but it wasn't anything like, I mean,
it hasn't been anything super huge significant to come out of the series yet, and I don't think this issue being a tie-in is going to be that either. Like these tie-ins, I mean, you know, like they're weird because you know they almost fucking tell you what's going to happen in the tie-ins usually on these whenever they give you the cover. Like she's probably going to fight a one of the dragons, and that's going to be the only real meaningful thing that has actual crossover into the issue. And other than that, it's probably going to go about whatever her storyline is.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly the only reason I'm going to be picking up this issue, just because that whole King in Black tie-in. Like you said, Face, it more or less could be just that, just her fighting.
Right, probably completely insignificant.
Yeah. I bring this one up because this is the other cover for it. It is Peach Momoko, so again, you know, super hot. I mean, everyone's picking up anything that she puts out. So we got this.
And that's probably one of the reasons why the Spider-Woman series has been surviving. There's been a few Peach Momoko covers in this line that have probably sold pretty decently. There's been some issues with some covers that probably did, you know, sell at least somewhat.
King in Black tie-in so super weak. I'm waiting for one to top.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, so far the tie-ins for the most part it's tie-ins in a very loose sense.
I guess this is
right, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. If your storyline is strong enough, I don't know that Spider-Woman's is
the Union
has a huge following, but I'm sure there's people that are, you know, on the series and everything like that.
This is important. I always love
affected the Union.
I always love talking about Star Wars, especially when Mr. Key Issues is around. Keys, we got Star Wars Bounty Hunters #8. Are you picking this up?
What did you say?
I said, are you picking it up?
I think you know my answer.
Newbie. Can you put in the numbers for whatever the next highest issue is? I think there's an action figure variant that it's not showing there.
Oh, that's an
no,
So this is the next.
Daddy Key Issues is
Keep
not
going.
picking this up.
Wait, is that this week also?
No. That's January 20th.
Yeah, I guess maybe there's not.
No, that's the only two that they're filming. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, because the next, that one. So wait, you're not picking it up, Keys?
To be honest, you see this Yoda Obi-Wan cover.
Mm-hmm.
That is the most fire Star Wars cover I've ever seen in my life. But no,
I mean that is pretty good. I do like that cover.
That's
I think
amazing.
I'm grabbing.
That is absolutely amazing to any Star Wars fan.
Yeah, I know I'm picking up. I'm definitely picking that issue up. I'm on pretty much all the Star Wars series. Like I said, I did think an action figure variant coming out, but
Hyper Combo Comics said it the best.
What did I say?
Mr. Key Issues is a purist when it comes to Star Wars, and I believe if I actually use my Star Wars knowledge to gain money, I'm more like Disney and exploiting the fans in the sequel trilogy, which I didn't like. So I don't know if I'll ever really get into the Marvel Comics. I was into Star Wars Legacy. I was into Dark Horse. I was into the extended universe.
Bro, let me tell you, it seems like they are actively trying to distance themselves from the sequel trilogy.
God bless.
Like I'm gonna be honest, because like without getting into too many spoilers, tying in what we know happens later with sequel trilogy and how the last episode of The Mandalorian kind of, ended. There's some shit there that's like, wait a minute, there's some pretty substantial gaps you're gonna have to explain, or this shit doesn't make sense at all. You know what I mean? 100%. But it also could be, there are rumors that Disney is just gonna kind of say, fuck the sequel trilogy, we're just gonna act like it doesn't exist. I don't know if that's actually a plan.
That.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of again, I'm not gonna profess to be a Star Wars fan, but I'm just talking about the opinions I've heard from Star Wars fans, how they feel that that's exactly what Disney's doing, where it's almost like they're bastardizing what got Star Wars the notoriety. It's almost like they're trying to rewrite history. Again, these are the opinions I'm hearing. I don't really have an opinion myself because, like, I'm just picking up these books more like from a reader's perspective or from a Spec perspective, but an actual fan, I can't really say that I am. So
you know what it is. It seemed like so J.J. Abrams did some really weird shit, because like if you watch the if you watch the Star Trek movies that
he's about to go for another bathroom break.
If you watch the Star Trek movies that he did, the Kelvin timeline in Star Trek, they have more of a Star Wars vibe than anything Star Trek has ever had. They had that a lot more of a Star Wars feel to it. But then when he did the fucking Star Wars movie, it seemed like he tried to get too deep, too philosophical, almost too fucking Star Trek with the Star Wars series.
Bruh. I wish we met years ago, bruh, because that's so damn true.
I'm just saying, man, that's what it felt like to me. Like, looking at it, I'm like, yo, he put way too much Star Trek into Star Wars and way too much Star Wars into Star Trek. And that's where that shit went wrong, and it just shouldn't have happened. But Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have got it back, and they've got the vibe of Star Wars and the feel of that universe.
With the whole Mandalorian.
It's beautiful. Okay, boys, have you guys spec'd on Captain Phasma? Because did she ever make a comic appearance? Because I'm behind on everything Marvel. That's Star Wars.
Yeah, she does have a series called
she is in the comic.
Yeah, because
How is that spec working out for you boys?
I'm not specking on Phasma though. Like, see,
Good,
the thing is
because
that,
that's
like,
a shitty character.
Yeah, I have no respect on Phasma, but I will say this: even if Disney decides to, hopefully, ultimately they decide, you know what? Okay, the sequel series was a mistake, and we're gonna just go ahead and make that the part of the legend shit and not count it. I still hope they do pick and choose some shit from that, like Phasma, bring her in and give her more of a backstory, and you know, actually make her the badass that she was supposed to be in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and listen, from my perspective, I am treading lightly with the Star Wars specs because, like I told you, I don't like basically going all in on something I'm not too sure of. So I'm just, if I see something on the cheap that I know that it's a hot book, I'll pick it up. Like you saw Keys, I posted how I picked up that Mace Windu 5 yesterday at cover price at my LCS. That book is what, isn't that book like right now like a $400 book, a 9.8?
Yep.
And yeah, that was just chilling there in the back issue. And
it's crazy because he said he would trade me 2 June chickens for it. So anybody in the chat, remember that he said that.
To answer I freaking love comics question about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles books, yes, they do.
Yeah,
there's several issues in that series that are going for pretty decent money. They mostly revolve around Jenica and what was going on there. But yeah, there's some value in that series, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is something that's picking up a lot of steam lately too.
Yeah, and the thing is,
I'll let you guys talk too. I'll answer. I'll let you guys answer, especially Face, because I know he's into GI Joe more than myself and possibly Keys and Hyper. This is another question we got.
Yeah, I think it has the potential to. My understanding is that I believe Hasbro is trying to do some kind of connected universe also, where they have, I think it's GI Joe, Transformers, Power Rangers. I think there might even be some other ones all in the same universe, and they're actually going to try and do, some crossover movies and stuff like that. So I feel like there's potential there if they find a movie company that'll do them well. Michael Bay obviously wasn't the one to do Transformers. As cool as explosions and shit are, Transformers is one of those things. Like, Transformers unintentionally fucking ruined childhoods. Like, when that movie came out and they killed off Optimus Prime when you were a kid, that shit was devastating. And it really made people that got into it have an actual attachment to the series. And you haven't seen that kind of thing with a lot of these franchises until recently, when IDW and Boom have taken them over, and it's really good to see them expanding those universes. Hopefully, whenever they start doing this new stuff, they'll look at that as source material. If they do, then they're set up to succeed.
Bring back Beast Wars. Oh yeah, Cheetor.
Oh yes.
Trap, Rhinox, Black Widow, Tigertron.
Tigertron,
the best part about that, man, was, do you guys remember when Optimus Prime came back as that silver and blue gorilla with the surfboard?
Bro, hold on.
Surfboard.
Let me tell you right now.
What the hell?
They are getting ready to do, I think it's in February or March, a Beast Wars series from IDW.
That's dope. Okay, let's finish the last book.
And the #1 cover is fucking fire.
Let's finish this last book, and then we can go on to all our news and spec and things like that. So we got U.S. Agent 2 out of 5. I mean,
you know what? This is honestly probably gonna be a completely insignificant miniseries. It feels like one that they're just throwing out there because they have to do something with these characters every now and then to keep the patent on them. But I will say this: the first issue, they hooked me with his fucking sidekick, man. Like, that dude was interesting and makes me want to read the rest of the series.
Okay,
and I think he was like a little Asian pizza delivery guy that kicked the shit out of him.
So it's basically Kino from TMNT 2.
Kind of what, like, yeah, kind of what.
News, baby.
Like this old Asian guy delivering pizzas, and then he kicks the shit out of U.S. agent, and it makes no fucking sense how it happened, but whatever. We're just gonna roll with it. And like, U.S. agent's kind of like he's a bit of a bigot and racist, and like this guy hangs out with, kind of talks shit the whole time, and it's fucking hilarious.
So that was it for Marvel. So now we can get sidetracked with some questions. We'll get into some comic news, some Spec. I know I was super excited last week to talk Spec because I got to talk about Riri and Iron Man, things like that. So today, for this week, I will let myself go last. I'll let you guys go. Actually, before we actually kick off the news or Spec like that, I do want to bring something light into light. I don't do it for credit or anything like that, but I do want to let you guys know in the chat, we were the first ones to break that secret variant. We were the first ones to talk about that that Ironheart and Suri meeting. So
wait, you guys the ones that dropped the Wolverine secret variant?
If you
I was there
for Key Collector. I mean, wait for Key Collector. You get to just tune into our show. I mean, it seems like we are somewhat ahead of the curve with some stuff. So, again, we're not doing it for credit or anything like that, but you guys know we kind of sometimes bring out some information a few weeks before anybody else has it. So just keep that in mind. That's all.
We just try and make sure that everybody has as much information as possible.
Exactly. Because we went, I think 3 weeks before it was on Key Collector for that secret variant, and then we talked about that Ironheart.
Shit, this one right here, baby.
That one. But we did.
Bro, that cover is fire. I love that cover, man.
I love it, bro. I love it. It's crazy that we all came out with it. You guys. Wait, hold up. You guys. There we go.
Yeah.
And but no, it is. It's a dope cover. I love that cover, man. I bought both versions of it just because I thought it was a great cover.
And I hope the chat doesn't take this in a negative way. I'm just trying to bring light into the fact that these three right here, even though Keys has been MIA for a bit, but these guys right here, we do a lot of our work. When I bring these guys in and I say at the beginning of the show, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Information,
Keys, that's me.
Three of these guys because they do their work. They read a lot. They have a lot of Spec knowledge. And when we talk about something, when we reveal it, we just want to help the community out. But again, that secret variant thing, you guys knew, like, we had it out for 3 weeks early. You could even go back to that Who Was Iris stuff. We had that out like 2 weeks before too. We talked about that Ironheart meeting Suri. We had that out way before, and then all of a sudden, it's on those apps. So, sometimes you don't really need an app. You guys can just tune into what we got to say sometimes. And
like I said, Newbie, I think I mentioned this to you before. Before you were gracious enough to allow me to come into the fold. One of the things that got you notoriety among some of my guys that are actually in the chat right now, like Pacino and Bricks, was your virus video. That's what made people actually notice your channel. So it's like, it might not seem like a big deal, but trust me, these videos are kind of like, are what gives us that notoriety, and that, and so the thing is, all we're asking is like, just recognize where the source is coming from.
Yeah. And again, guys, we do it for not just ourselves. Obviously, when we talk, like, these guys can tell you, I love talking Spec. I love talking, collecting, investing, that side. Like, I love that side of it as much as I love the collecting part. But, it is a fun part of our community. So, we just try to help information.
And I mean, that's the thing, it's like, the thing is more about like, I feel like it's more about like getting the information out there, and by whenever something happens, and there's an announcement that's made or a story that's broken or whatever, giving credit is important because, like, no matter who it is that breaks it, that puts that information out there, it gets their name out there too. Then people start paying attention to them and listen to them, and it puts information out there to more people. And that's the goal ultimately.
Yeah, exactly.
To get the information out to as many people as possible, so that when they go to the comic book store, they can get exactly what issues that they want, you know, right off the shelf, hopefully for cover price.
Oh, shit. Day one. Yeah.
Oh, yo, we got to give a shout out to Azurus Tiger. I think his birthday was either today or yesterday, but I think he had a birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, Azurus.
Speaking of,
happy birthday.
Us Latin guys, we love our parents. Ironically enough, both my parents are born on the same day, so happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday, Dad. I know my mom sometimes watches just to support me.
Is Eduardo born today, bro?
Yeah, both my
happy birthday, Mom and Pop's Newbie.
And Mrs. Newbie, we apologize for Newbie clicking on some of those pictures on preview. That it was an accident. He didn't really need to do it. That was all.
Man. You do know why he was in the bathroom so long now when he was a kid, though. Just saying.
Shout out, Mrs. Newbie. I hope you watch.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I kind of wanted it to get off my chest because we're not looking for credit. We just trying to help
your chest or her chest.
And things like that, but sometimes it does hurt a little bit or sting when we bring out this information and everybody's like, oh, thank you, Key Collector, and things like that. So it is what it is. But moving forward, don't hesitate to message one of us. Get our, if you got a character, you have some information, and you want to talk about it with us. Hey, I can talk spec and all that stuff with anybody. So just hit us up. None of us bite. We're friendly dudes. I mean, 3 of us are Canadian, so we're like the nicest people.
Hey, I'm from the U.S.
That's so much shade, bro.
No, ain't no shade, man. But yeah, so let's kick it off. We're talking comic news, comic spec. Who wants to go first?
I mean, I can go first since we can just go straight around in a row. And this week I'm just going to talk, mention some books that personally I'm looking for a couple of these, but they're books that were in the spotlight a little bit ago, and it seems like kind of now they've died out and might be the right time to sort of jump on those books because might be something happening with them here in the future. And first one that I want to mention is A-Force 1, and it seems like that's one of the things that have been getting a big push at Marvel. They really seem to want to dive into this all female team, and A-Force was one of the first all female teams that they used in the comics, and it's probably a pretty good basis for what they're going to do with that. Whenever they eventually do it, it's probably going to be a really good movie. To be honest, they use a lot of the characters that they have in existing now. I think the dynamic between some of them characters is going to be great. Shuri, and the character that she is and how she's portrayed in the movies, just her interactions with anybody are always fantastic. So, that's one of the books that I'm currently looking for. And it really was kind of like the start of the all-female team movement in Marvel.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick, especially with how things are going now, man. With different cultures and just women in general.
Yeah. And they are, and of course they already have Captain Marvel in there, who is an important part of the team. She-Hulk's coming. I mean, they've kind of foreshadowed it in Avengers Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It's looking good, man. It's looking good. Anything else?
Oh, by the way, I do want to mention we actually talked about one earlier that I was gonna bring up today too, which was the Damian Wayne one.
Oh, right.
I came in with Jonathan Kent. Yeah, Damian Wayne was a good pick. You could tell they're getting ready to do some stuff with him, and that issue is not too badly priced right now either. So
that's the thing. Well, no, Keys, you have that book, do you not?
I know. That's what I was gonna say. It.
Oh, yeah. Keys, I think you picked that book up for what, $30?
25, 30, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's Canadian.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. I mean, that's Canadian.
Yeah, and I was with him. Not like it means anything. Like I don't think I'm the greatest grader, but I have been pretty good. I've hit a few books, and some people have actually messaged me saying, "Hey man, you graded this to 9.4, but guess what? I got it 9.6. Hey, even great." But I graded the one that Keon got at 9.4. So with
this dude is the top 5 greatest graders that I've ever met. I've only met 2 graders. So
he's a Batman 6.
Top 5.
He's got Batman 655, which is the first cameo appearance.
Okay,
he's like a shadow.
Yeah, but still, for what he got it for, and if he's able to later on get number 666 and just pair the both, I mean, if he hits, we know how this thing works. You got both those.
I'm a religious man's, bro. I can't pick up that number.
And it almost seems like any of those younger characters in the Batman universe are pretty solid right now.
Yeah, it's not a bad.
It seems like they're getting, even like Stephanie Brown seems to be getting more of a role.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler. It seems like they're going to be doing more with her in the Batgirl series and stuff like that.
I also think a 9.8 or a 9.6 for because realistically, I think the book you really want to have is number 666 because that's his first full appearance. But I think that one at a 9.6 is like $180 Canadian. So it's not like crazy if you're really banking on it, because if it does become that he is the next guy to take the mantle and he's on like
he's already taken the mantle.
No, but I mean like in the sense of like in the movies, like that's who we see as our Batman. You know what I mean? That's already like quadrupled in price, maybe tripled in price.
I mean, yes, but no. Yes, I could see him in the movies, but no, because the comic writers haven't broken that wall yet. They reach a point with Damian, and they're like, "Oh, we got to reset him back to that badass kid." And they reach a point, and they're like, "Oh, we got to reset him back to that badass kid."
It's a tough call what they'll do with Damian as far as like in possible live action or whatever.
We just need a good writer. We need someone to break that wall. We need to break barriers.
Actually, we got a question. Got a question in chat that sort of relates to what we're talking about. Pacino was asking what we thought of the first Nightwing, and man, first Nightwing is a solid pickup. If you
it's a solid, but the thing is,
and again, it's one of the ones right now too. Like, there's not necessarily a whole lot of heat on Nightwing, but it's a character that's not going to go anywhere, and they're going to keep doing stuff with him.
Yeah, but the thing is, my question is, how much of a like. I in my opinion, I don't know how high of a ceiling that book actually has.
Yeah, I mean, he has an identity crisis.
I mean, it would obviously
depend
on, obviously it's going to depend on his portrayal in
Titans.
Bigger, I think it's going to have to be bigger than like Titan series. Like the Titan series, like for instance, when season 3 comes out, you might see a little rise in it and everything like that. But I think once they finally decide to take that character over and maybe do like a solo movie for him or something like that, then you might see more of a rise. And it probably will happen eventually.
But again,
and you know what? Another thing is Tom Taylor is
DC can't build a universe to establish the next generation.
Yeah, DC does like to do that. But Tom Taylor's getting ready to take on Nightwing too. And for a reader, man, Tom Taylor is a fantastic writer.
Wait. Is this a fact? He's actually going to be doing Nightwing?
Yeah, he's taking over Nightwing after Future State. I think actually he might be writing the stories with Nightwing, but then I believe he's taking over Nightwing after Future State. And
wasn't Scott Snyder that at one point?
They were saying he was going to do something with Nightwing, but then they announced Tom Taylor's doing the series after that. So I thought it was going to be Scott Snyder too, but I guess not. But either way, Scott Snyder or fucking Tom Taylor, they're both great writers, but I mean, damn, they're going to put Nightwing through some shit.
Yeah. The thing that, like with Nightwing, it's Teen Titans, I believe it's 44. You can get that book pretty cheap. I mean, I think a 9.0 or 9.2 goes for about, and again, I'm ballparking, like my hands are right here. I'm not on eBay on it or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure the last time I seen it sell was somewhere in that 180 range as well. Canadian.
Not even. I mean, you could get a 9.8 even for like 300-400. So like a 9.0 would be probably well below that. I would think.
180. I think, and I only say that because I saw a copy at a shop, and that's what they were selling it for. I think it was a 9.0, and they were selling it for 180. So I'm just kind of.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like Nightwing, his keys, I would pick them up for reasonable prices right now because I think
but for that price.
No, that's too much. That's too much.
Yeah, I would probably stick with Red Hood.
Well, yeah, that was probably a peak price, and that's probably a little higher than I want to pay. But
hey yo,
yeah, because Red Hood, I mean, a 9.6, you're looking at almost $400. So
almost.
I'd rather put my money in the night.
Well, and Red Hood came at a different time too, so it's a different.
And he's not a knockoff Batman. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, it feels like Red Hood is getting his own. He pretty much has his own branching path, whereas like you mentioned, Damian is still kind of not Damian, sorry, Nightwing. I don't know. In Nightwing, it seems like they were doing that whole Rick Grayson storyline, and then he doesn't know who he is, and then
You know what the problem? The problem was they keep bringing in these fucking kids, and they want to do this like sort of almost like a sort of redemption arc, and they've done it since Jason Todd. Now, when they brought him back. They brought him back, and he came back with an attitude, and he was killing people and everything. And then all of a sudden, he's turning around. Now he's a fucking good guy. Damian Wayne came in. He was a little asshole, wanted to fucking kill everybody, and he got turned around, and he becomes a good guy. Clown Hunter comes in. He wants to fucking kill everybody. What do you think's gonna happen?
Right, I apologize.
Red X, baby.
I think it also comes down to if it's a book you really want,
and the condition is really important.
Yeah, and the condition, right? I mean, if it's near mint, higher than a 9.0, you think? I mean, I think that's a good price. But then you also have to look into consideration of pressing, sending off to getting graded, and grading it. All that stuff goes into the price. So if you're looking for a flip, I think you have to look at all those prices and the condition, obviously.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. I mean, at that price, I mean, you're gonna have to look at a really high grade, because if you're gonna flip it, you don't have much of at least right now, you don't have much of a ceiling.
Yeah.
See, I would say that the Nightwing is solid, but for me, it's more of like a PC book than it'll ever be like a flip book or anything like that.
Exactly. Unless you get
it's one that I would buy. Yeah, it's one that I would buy to stick in my collection to have as a key. I know it's going to appreciate over time. It's going to go up. But I don't think you're going to see any huge spikes in it or anything like that make it,
Wait, is he gone? Is he gone?
This again? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what he's drinking, but yeah, and I think that's.
Wait, why is his chair?
Once you break the seal, man, it's a wrap.
I think that's actually something that I was actually talking to a few newer guys.
Hold on, what's
about
happening?
Breaking the seal?
There's like some exorcist shit happening in Keys' feed. What the hell?
Is when people start to flip, right?
It's shaking.
First,
fuck is going? There's nobody there, shit and moving.
That Ouija board.
I think his phone somebody could be calling him because he's doing it from. Yeah,
that's a rickety table. If a phone is doing that much,
right? That's it. Look at the comics.
But back to my point about like flipping it and things like that. I mean,
yeah.
You have to be very careful because perfect example right now is a lot of people are saying, oh, newbie, should I be selling my what is it? Dark Knight, Dark Metal Legends 1, right? The first Robin King. Okay. most of us got it at cover price. So in Canada, it's $6. Okay. So there it is, $6. Okay, if you send that book off, the way it works is
God damn
$45. So at $45,
I don't know if I would sit there, man.
What's that $6? You're looking at $51. And yet 96 is selling constantly on my comic shop on all these auctions for like 50. I think it's like 50 to $60. So it's like you also have to put into consideration: are you going to do all that work and wait for a book that might only overturn or give you maybe $5 to $6 anyway, right?
Well, that's the thing.
We're waiting for it. You know what I mean?
I was just talking about you got to make sure that if you're getting a book and you're grading it and sending it off to all that, like you gotta make it worth your while, especially if you're not holding on to it for your personal collection, right?
I'm gonna be honest. If I'm sending it off to get graded, it's probably going into PC. Like I'm not grading shit to try and sell. Like that's just I'm just not.
No, but I was just going with
I agree.
With his comment, right? Like if it's a raw copy, let's just say it's an 8.5 in that condition somewhere. Okay, so he's spending $60 to $70. If he's trying to make it, because his question was if it had any value and like what we thought, right? So my mind automatically goes, okay, so let's say $60. Okay, pressing $10. So you're already at 70 plus shipping it off to CGC. There's $50. Okay, give or take $50. It's between 45 and 50 depending on where you are.
I guess
that's
Canadian. Now you're at 120, not knowing the condition. If it comes back, say a 9.0, you did all that work for what? You know what I mean?
Well, that's why you got a pre-screen.
Yeah. So.
But the other thing is too. It doesn't necessarily matter, because then if it's still one of those books where if he sticks it in his fucking collection, even at like 9.0 whatever, and it sits there for fucking 20 years, it's gonna go up in value. He's gonna make money on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, as you know, like for you guys that have sent books graded to get graded, if flipping, well, I mean, you do have a CGC slab. I know you didn't send it, but
bro, you see that, right, bro? Let me tell you, that I'm playing.
but
hey, let me show you the collection of CGC slabs I have. Hold up, wait for it. Amazing Spider-Man 265. Yo, you guys see that shit over there? I got this one too. Got this one right here. Hold up. Another one. That's 3 right there. You got.
Wow.
Keys just got possessed.
Okay.
No, but like, listen, like for flipping purposes, even sometimes grading it might not be a bad idea if you've gotten to the point where you have a good eye for it, and you can, like, some books, if you know that it's like a 9.8. Like, I'll give you an example. Canto #1. I know we've talked about that book a couple of times on the show. That book raw, you could probably buy it or sell it for about, I would say, $150 to $200.
What if it's like 8.5?
8.5. It's still
$2
because they came with defect. They ship with defect.
He's paid $2 for his.
But the thing is, when you say defects, are they pressable? Like, are there any color?
I don't have a presser around me.
No, but the thing is, you can always send them to CCS if you don't have a presser.
It's IDW too, right? So there's some weird shit with IDW. I found out like not too long ago, and I don't know if I was understanding the information that I got correctly, because it seems like it would be it just didn't make sense to me. So if anybody in chat may have some different information on this, I would be interested to find out what it is. But apparently, I guess IDW uses a foreign printer, and the way that they go about things is they actually start printing at least the comics before FOC, and that was one of the big reasons why Last Ronin #1 was issued.
It's almost like, it's almost like they have like a model where they kind of anticipate, okay, this is how much volume we're expecting as demand, and then they kind of print accordingly. So for the most part,
easy.
Yeah, for the most part, it's worked to their favor until that Last Ronin came about, and that kind of basically exposed their flawed, practice in terms of.
Man, FOC orders, they were under by a lot, a lot.
But the thing is, I think that caught them. I mean, clearly caught them way off guard. I mean, but that's why, like, indie. I think most. I don't know if IDW is the only indie publisher that does that, but I guess that's why whenever you hear titles being allocated, it's usually indie titles that you hear that usually happen to. But
DC's been having that issue a lot. Not as much recently, but they were having it for quite a while when they started back up after COVID.
Right, but wait, before I lost my point, the that Canto. You mentioned that 8.5. Is there any color breaks on that book though? Like,
no, it's just like a solid. I gotta pick it out. I gotta get out of the PC.
But like the thing is,
line.
Does it? So it doesn't break color though.
It doesn't break color, but it doesn't break color.
Line. I think with a good press, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, if that's like really one of the only glaring flaws.
That's it.
if you get it, if you send it to a good presser, I mean, I don't want to give you hopes up, but there might be a chance of getting a 9.8 on that.
Yeah.
And the thing
The
is,
hell with my hopes. Give me a presser. The hell with my hopes. Sauce me a presser, bro.
we'll talk after the show. I actually have someone that actually might be able to help you with it. But the thing is, and you know what the value for a 9.8 goes for that book, right? This is why I don't want to give you too much hope.
Damn.
I'll take a 9.0.
Sorry? You might want to take another piss break after I tell you this. It's about $1,000 for a 9.8. Yeah, it goes for it was close to that $1,000.
Yeah, have you seen how much he's going to the bathroom? My man is about to piss himself on camera.
No, because look, the story behind Kano is this. Like, again, I don't know if these numbers are 100% accurate, but they say that there was only about 6,000 printed, and that's a really low print run for a comic in the modern time. Couple that with the fact that a lot of those books came damaged, including the ones that came at my shop. I don't think there's any book that came 9.8 right off the rack. You pretty much had to press every one of those books. Some of those books are salvageable, like mine. I was able to get all 3 of my copies in what I think is a 9.8. Yeah, I got
this man got 3 Gs.
On day
3 Gs, not the cellular connection, bro. We're talking $3,000.
We don't know that yet because it's still at CGC. So CGC can be very funny. We don't know.
Yeah.
See, I'm not trying to get my hopes up either.
Did you tell him that key issue sent you?
Hey, I actually have another question that I want to put up to you guys.
Yeah, what's up?
So Solid Blood 17.
Oh right, yes, that's the
last
big
week. Okay. Yeah. It was a mystery book that was dropped by Robert Kirkman. And reportedly there were, I think in the video they said that there was going to be like about 10,000 copies of it going out or whatever. Which is, a pretty low number.
That's still low, yeah.
I think they put it
Yeah, see, that's the question I was going to ask. Because the number that I heard was like 10,000 copies. My fucking LCS had like 20 of them things on the shelf.
We had 4. We had 4 over here.
And all the other shops were selling it at $60 a book.
Which is crazy when you told me that, because...
Yeah, and that was Thursday morning.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because I paid... whatever the fuck cover is, whatever.
Yeah, I got several issues for cover.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't pay cover, but I mean, I think I paid $10 for mine. I mean, it's not cover, but it's nowhere near 60.
Right?
Yeah, $60. Like at that point, like he's like, "Oh yeah, I can hold you one." I go, "All right, yeah, I'll be there later this afternoon again."
But the thing is, it's not even. He's not even within eBay realm. Like eBay right now is selling it for like 25, 30. So it's like
take this in.
And Keys can tell you. Keys can tell you once the show is over, and in private, how well this shop does with.
I'm about to cuss him out right here. On this show, bro. Change the subject. Bro.
All right, let's get back to our news and our specs. So, Face, you got anything?
Okay, so I believe it's somebody else's turn.
All right, so Hyper, you got anything for us?
All right. Well, I mean, I wasn't too prepared. I mean, I'll just tell you what I'm kind of looking at right now in tomorrow's FOC, because if you've been following like the FOC list, it's a very turtle heavy FOC tomorrow, because you have
it is.
You actually have 3 or 4 different turtle properties that's on FOC tomorrow. So you have the ongoing TMNT 113, which is supposed to be a big issue because you have the adult version of Lita on the front cover. So they're doing like a time jump of some sort. What's up?
Can I ask?
Yeah.
When the hell is Razor and the Next Man's from Secret of the Ooze coming back? Because they made a cameo appearance in 111.
Yeah, and then you didn't see them in.
Yeah, they're gonna be
112. They ain't back.
Well,
they're gonna be using them here soon, bro.
Yeah, and well,
God bless.
Funny you should mention, because there's rumor or solicitations saying that in 113 we're supposed to get the return of Bebop. I almost said Reebok.
Let's laugh. He said Bebop is Reebok.
Bebop
steady.
He's getting added to Justice League newbie.
Yeah. But yeah, so it'll be interesting if those 4 guys end up, mingling. But yeah, that should be an interesting issue because it looks like you get the grown-up versions of Lita and the other Turtle Clan members, like those 3 weasels.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so the FOC for that is tomorrow. So I would look, if your shops can order enough, get that 1 in 10 also, because we've seen those 1 in 10s also pop off.
Yeah.
For TM.
Yeah, and that 1 in 10, like I'm gonna be honest, like I've looked at the 1 in 10. I got the 1 in 10 coming.
Not the greatest.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not at all. But
more for the interior. That
it's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be tough to find because it's not great.
Yeah, I mean, I TMNT's on my shop. Well, it's on my pull on 2 different shops, so I'm getting at least 2 of those 1 in 10s.
Right.
But I've been on the jump since issue 101, so I've been reading the series. But yeah, so 113 would be one to look out for, and the other one is Last Ronin. There's a 3rd printing coming out, and it's actually it's a different cover art. It's not a recolor. It's actually, and it's a Kevin Eastman. It's a Kevin Eastman cover.
Yep.
I would pick. Look, I'm just picking up. Well, I'm an exception also because I kind of dig TMNT, so I kind of go a bit harder than most people in terms of I think I'm getting at least 2 copies of the 3rd printing.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I can't argue with it because I'm the same basically. So I'm getting, everything Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, and the thing is,
everybody in the chat, the only reason I'm getting TMNT comic run is because of these 2 right here, bro. They sold me. They sold me on this. So
bro, I'm telling you, no. Just read the run and it will sell you itself. Like it really is a good run, man.
Have you read the run?
You hear that honesty? You hear that honesty?
Oh wait, Keys, I'm curious. Have you read the run yet though?
So I got a few issues from the 70s coming in, and then I'm gonna try and grab a few trades if they have any trades and catch up.
Because you're on quarantine, you got nothing but time to fucking read, bro.
You know what the
funny thing? I can't leave my house. I can't pick up books, bro.
Here's the thing.
I know you do the digital.
I haven't even gotten that far back, like because I didn't want to waste too much time. I actually only started reading from like the early '90s onward because I was told that was a good jumping on point. The whole city, what is it called?
Yeah, it is a pretty good jumping on point.
Yeah, so I do plan on going back
to
the
Listen up, chat. Listen up.
Yeah, but I do plan on going back to the earlier issues when I got the time. It's just with all these other backlogs, I haven't got the chance to. But yeah, it is a dope series so far. So yeah, 113, pick it up. 3rd print, Last Ronin. The other one is Jenica. She has her own miniseries. Issue 4's FOC is also tomorrow, and there's a 1 in 10 for that one also. That's another. Because I know that the first had. I'm not sure about this one, but again, if you're into TMNT, I would just, because Jenica is a fairly new character, so there's a lot to explore with her. So I'm picking up her miniseries, just because, I am collecting.
Nothing else. If nothing else, and it again, the Jenica series doesn't seem like it'll be anything as far as huge keys, but it is a really good reader series. And you get to learn, a little bit more about the new Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, and the thing is, when eventually she does get to that popularity, those are the issues that people might be wanting to hunt, later on. So, get them while you still can. And also,
yeah, and it's only a matter of time before she catches on outside of the regular Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crowd, and it gets hot because they've done it before with Venus de Milo and what was the other one's name? Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Mona Lisa, baby.
Yeah, whenever they brought in both of those females and it hit the mainstream, took notice. But neither of those characters really had staying power in at least those iterations. Now they're a little bit different in the versions that are around now, but that's the big difference with Jenica is that she's had the staying power. I mean, she's been around in Ninja Turtle series for 50 issues. She's been a popular character, and for 50 issues as a human. And then they changed her into a Ninja Turtle, and the popularity just
more. And it's funny, I actually picked up the second print of issue 95 yesterday, also at my LCS at cover. So again, if you can find those on the cheap, get them as well, because she kind of her spec kind of went up and now it's kind of cooled down a bit. But I think she'll see the light of day again. So get those while they're still on the downward trend. And also the fourth TMNT book that's on FLC is The Best of Leonardo. Because well, here's the thing.
Is that funny?
I would pick that up only if you're picking up the other TMNT best of, just because they do make
best
a good
of Raph.
Oh hell yeah!
I still got a stat
the first two
in my LCS.
I'm worried about the one. I'm worried about is Michelangelo, because I keep looking for solicitations for it and can't find it at all.
Mikey's my boy, bro. Mikey, my boy. That's the Ronin himself.
I'm sure.
Bro.
I know they're gonna do, the Michelangelo issue, but I just found solicitations, and I need all four of the covers, man. Those.
I'm certain they're gonna have to. Yeah, maybe it's not solicited yet, but I think it's probably the most obvious solicitation by DW.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be there.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, like it looks good as a set. If you're already picking up if you already have the Raph and the Best of Donatello, might as well pick up. I know it's a bit of a pricey book, but it's also a pretty thick book. Also, if you have actually picked it up.
Yeah, and the reprints of classic stories, so they're worth reading too.
Yeah, exactly. So
the cover alone is, to be honest,
sold me.
Yeah, I mean, you got the purple, you got the red, and then you eventually get the blue and the orange. It looks nice together. So, and it's gonna be a lot.
I hope they do a Jenica so we can get a yellow one going on there.
There you go.
Give me a Casey Jones.
Well, I think a
Grant White maybe.
But what will you do in terms of best of Jenica? It's not like she has had many.
Listen, I don't know. I don't care. Reprint. Okay, so reprint like 57. Her introduction.
Best of April
when she turns into a Ninja Turtle. So that's probably gives you a good 3 or 4 issues in those little arcs. True. And then the first miniseries. Fuck it.
Okay, that's actually okay. That could work. But yeah. So as you can see, there's a lot of Turtles books at tomorrow's FOC. So
yeah, Turtles are man. Like, and as far as the movies and everything like that, it's only a matter of time. There's been too many rumors and too many people looking into doing something with the Ninja Turtles again, and it's just too popular of a franchise.
Well, also,
they had a sweet Casey Jones and they ruined it, bruh.
From what, like the 80s?
Nah, man, Arrow guy.
Oh,
Arrow
I mean,
dude,
yeah, that was just.
He was dope, bruh.
It was just not. They didn't do the Turtles well in that, and
they were. I like that turtle. They were huge.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I actually once, and I'm not a fan of Megan Fox, but I actually thought she was half decent in the Turtles movies.
But she looking bad, bro. You have a lot. Next stream, bro.
Like the Turtles, the portrayal of the Turtles was just, man.
Yeah. Listen, I always have a special place for the Jim Henson Turtles more than but I didn't completely hate on the Michael Bay Turtles as much as everyone else.
That's soul power, bro.
I didn't hate it as much as some incarnations, but yeah, it definitely wasn't as good as.
But keep in mind, I'm coming from a place where I was just looking for something Turtles related, so it's almost like I'll just take anything at this point. So unfortunately, we got the Michael Bay version, so you beggars can't.
Right. Hopefully, the next incarnation will be better.
Yeah,
but Vanilla Ice still gives us the anthem, Turtle Rap, Volume 2.
Yeah, they got to bring back Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you have any spec or any news that you want to bring?
You know what, man? I got a triple threat here. They're low key.
Here we go.
They're low key, bro. But we're gonna go with Howard the Duck, issue number 1 that dropped in 2016. Now watch out. Watch out. Because the 2015 and 2016 cover looks almost identical.
They do.
2016 has more people in the office. Remember that. Got more people in the office. That's the first appearance of Gwenpool. Yeah. Now, for those who don't know, Gwenpool's popping off. Okay, so just don't sleep on her yet. It's also the first appearance of Shocket, who is the female clone of Rocket, who personally, I believe could bless a Disney What If, could bless a Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It's also the first appearance of Linda the Duck, which is the female clone of Howard the Duck. Now, Howard, he just kind of runs around the MCU universe. We don't really know much about him right now, but could be a cool character for Shockett and Linda to team up in a Disney Plus series and or just in the background of the Disney Plus series. Triple threat book, hella cheap. Howard the Duck, issue number 1, 2016, bro. I'm telling you.
Let me
Last week. So
let me add something to that for you. There's
add
a variant
to that, baby. Sprinkle a little something.
There's
baby.
a variant cover for that.
Yeah.
Hip hop variant cover for
fire,
that.
bro.
Is the old dirty bastard.
The old dirty bastard hip hop variant.
I like it raw.
Bro, that cover is great. For that first appearance too, like I know she's not on the cover, but that's the one I want.
This is my man in isolation.
And that's the one I got.
That's what you got, bro?
Yeah, I got it.
So we'll be in talks. I'm looking for one. I'm still looking for one for a decent price. We'll be in talks, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
Buddy, I'm telling you, it's a triple threat of a book. Last time I was on the show, I said Gore.
It's the future of Marvel Cosmos.
Look what happened with Gore. Just follow me on this one. Triple threat, bro. Subscribe.
Yeah, a lot of people are on that one as well. I don't think you're, coming off as crazy as it sounds when you say that. I know a lot. Of people,
right?
That's just more his delivery.
Yeah,
he makes it sound more outlandish than it really is. It's actually really good spec.
I think a lot more people than you think are picking that up and looking for that book.
Yeah, like Keys is making it sound like he's telling us that the Earth is flat.
Yeah, no,
Gwenpool is solid, man. Like I can definitely see them wanting to do something with Gwenpool.
I will say I'm on that one more so than Lady Deadpool.
Oh, well, you know what it is? If Gwenpool never came out, Lady Deadpool would have been it. Gwenpool took her place.
It's funny
because I think even if they use Lady Deadpool, cinematically, if they would bring her in or whatever, I just get the feeling she would be more of like a one-off.
Solo one-off. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, than to use her repeatedly or anything like that. Yeah. Whereas Gwenpool has more of a staying power and can go and branch out and do her own thing.
Hey, can we answer Pacino's question? Can we please answer Pacino's question?
Yeah, actually, I was going to talk about this
because I have a lot on this. I have a lot riding on this. So Pacino.
So Jane Foster is the What If number 10 that has been extremely hot for about, a year since they announced it at San Diego Comic-Con. When she came out with the Hammer, that book has been very sought after. Obviously, grades, you're looking top dollar. Me personally, I think that What If 10 is probably better buy than her as Valkyrie.
Well, I think if you're gonna go with like her as Thor, the What If 10, obviously it has value to it and everything, but it has a lot of value to it because of the age too. Thor number one with her holding the hammer on the cover where you can't see her face. I think they kind of credit that as her, actually coming out and being Thor in Marvel continuity.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I like her longevity better as Valkyrie. I think I think she's gonna stay as one of the Valkyries, even when they bring back Brunhilde and all them. I think you're gonna see Jane Foster continue to be Valkyrie and probably just have more of a more back.
8. I don't know which one he's talking about. I can't I don't have the image. I can't think of the.
Let me look it up. Hold up. Let me see.
All right, check this out. If we're going off MCU spec, I feel like Jane as Thor is a better spec to go. We have Valkyrie right now. She is a mixed woman who is bi. That is representation, and representation is key in the MCU right now. They only have
there's nothing wrong with
one openly gay character.
No, but I think you'll see the same thing. They'll do. I still think you'll see the same thing. Even in the cinematic universe, it could be more of a team thing with the Valkyries because, I think using Jane Foster as Thor in the movies. It works for 1-2 movies.
1-2 movies.
Chris
max.
Hemsworth doesn't seem like he wants to go anywhere, and
But
he's
do you
not.
see
He's
Valkyrie
a
going
young
anywhere?
actor. He's sticking around.
See, I think
I feel like he's gonna end up taking
He
back
alcoholic. He's fat and an alcoholic right now, bro.
I think the
But,
problem
you know,
with that
he
is
can work that off because he's the god of thunder.
yeah. I think
That's
the
true.
problem with that is you have to look at how it works for them in those contracts. A lot of them have come out and said, you know, when we sign up for projects like this, we're limited to how we do other work. He's come out and said, you know, like he thinks the role is done. There are other projects like Chris Evans. Chris Evans, yes, he was super sad to leave the mantle as Captain America, but he was also on the other side so pumped to go do other projects. That's why the second he was done doing that, like 4 movies that he was in like came out. You know what I mean? So I think with Chris Hemsworth, I mean, you got him in 3 Thor movies. You had him in 2 Avengers plus Endgame. So he did like 7.
Right, but the thing with Chris Hemsworth is he's actually come out and said that he has no intention of going anywhere. He's continuing to do Thor movies. He's re-upped his contract and everything.
I just sent you the picture that Bricks was talking about, the issue that
Okay. Oh,
I'm just saying,
you know
they
what?
have one gay character,
I've never seen
one bi character in the entire MCU. They gotta hold on.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get rid of her as Valkyrie at all.
So just make her a Valkyrie after she's Thor.
Like
right, and you'll see like a team of Valkyries possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with Eric and Universe, Chase, myself, I mean, for like I agree with this. I just think right now, if I were to buy one or the other, it'd probably be that 10. I don't know. It's
yeah. I mean, eventually I could see the Valkyrie thing playing out, but right now I think Thor is with money book. I mean,
Valkyrie is more for like longevity because that's more likely to be the lasting character.
Exactly.
But
the Thor one has more value.
Isn't Tessa Thomas now considered the king or queen of Asgard now? Like she's not necessarily known as Valkyrie
for the moment.
Right? For the moment, because Thor did pass her the mantle at the end of it.
So now that Valkyrie, you know, whatever the case may be, she could kind of take that mantle. Yeah, the more I'm talking about it, the more I kind of want to switch my answer and go with her as Valkyrie. Yeah, people are still picking up that What If number 10 very hot right now. So yeah.
You know, it's kind of this is one of the cool things too because the stuff that they're doing in comics right now is making some of this old, like kind of obscure lore and mythology that ties into a lot of these series relevant, and it's nice to see people wanting to pick up these older books.
Yeah, it's true. Keys, did you have anything else to add, or was that just the one solo book that you had?
Oh, well, man, multiple books, bro. Red X. Red X is my spec, bro. Coming January, February, pick up the Titans, Future State, Titans. Pick that up. Pick up 2 copies. The hell with the rest of it.
I really wanted to be done with that shit and not pick up any of it. Then they did
the
Yara Floor thing. I was like, okay, I'm going to get Yara Floor, obviously. And, okay, well, the new Batman. I guess I'll have to pick that up. And now fucking Red X. Then there's Black Racer. And god damn it, now I'm going to have to buy all these fucking issues.
So here's the thing. A long time ago, I heard a rumor that there was going to be a Batman. Is there not a Batman, like, in high school right now who is
hold up. You know what?
African-American?
Let me tell you another thing, too. This is the thing.
This ain't the first.
No. But there was a big deal here in the last, I would say, week, maybe even less time than that, the last few days, about Tim Fox being the new Batman or whatever.
Yeah.
That shit is fucking old news. Like, that was out like 3 months ago. Why is that all of a sudden big news again?
Key Collector probably mentioned it, so now everybody's probably
talking about it. People don't read.
I guess that's why then.
I don't know.
People don't read.
Or people don't
I remember talking about it like 3 months ago, and it was it wasn't just like we were talking about it. It was actually in the news that they.
I think when they finally had cover art revealed, I think that's maybe also what kind of stirred people up, because you saw that cover C for issue 2, where they actually showed, his face on the cover.
So they're trying to pull Miles Morales.
What's that?
They're trying to pull the Miles Morales.
In what sense? What do you mean?
Ultimate Fallout 4. That's where they're going with this.
Oh, you mean where you actually? Yeah.
You know what the sales were on Ultimate Fallout 4?
But then I
they're
don't.
They're trying to do the same thing.
I doubt that it'll reach Ultimate Fallout 4 numbers.
No, it won't. But it's a solid attempt at trying to get that.
It's a valiant attempt.
That's why that's that cover.
It was on 101 and Key Collector. Oh, there you go. All right, so I guess with nobody else having any more information or spec, I guess it's up to me now. So last week we talked about Riri Williams, a few books to be on the lookout for. Obviously, I brought you guys that news about number 9. This week I will be touching just a little bit. I guess
you touching the tip.
No, not touching.
We had to get it in at some point in the show.
I'm going to be bringing into kind of the things that Riri will go into, and then probably a book that maybe you guys should be on the lookout for. This one is more long-term spec if you actually look at the team, but if you actually look at the team, the characters that are involved in this team, I think that you guys would be interested to know that maybe this is possibly a team we see in the future. Again, there's multiple teams, but you know, it is what it is. So I wrote it down. I got it in my phone here. So first book up.
116.
We are gonna go with an enemy of Riri Williams. It's Annie Max. She's a powerful mutant capable of summoning and getting different monsters from different universes. I think that's something that we might be able to see more in a movie, not necessarily in the show, but you never know.
You know who that sounds similar to? Didn't they have another one? Kid Kaiju.
Kid Kaiju, yeah.
Kid Kaiju had similar powers to that.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah.
That's interesting because they just had another character. Like he's pretty new too.
Yeah, but it just popped off because it was just like it's another woman who has that mutant ability, bringing different dimensions, things like that. I think that's what we're going to be seeing moving forward with timelines, multi-universes, things like that. The spec on it is also like dirt cheap. I think the cheapest I saw the book for was like $4 Canadian. Right. So again, it's not a book that, like, how many of us in a month find change in just our everyday house or everything we do? You know what I mean? Like, or you could just put away $5. There it is. Right. The second book related.
And she's an enemy of Riri, correct?
Yeah, Riri. So again,
so she could show up in that series.
It's a series, so you guys know how I feel about the series. When you have a series, you are able to bring in multiple villains. It doesn't necessarily have to flow with just one person. You never know. Also, in a series, you can have these characters kind of hide in the background, Easter eggs, as you will, things like that. The next one that comes up to mind for Riri Williams is in Ironheart 7. This is the first appearance of Eclipse. She's a member of the 10 Rings who fought against Nadia Van Dyne and Ironheart a lot. So right off the bat, you kind of have those things where she's already fighting Riri Williams, right? So that's automatically somebody that I think could show up again. Not like she's not going to fight male characters, but again, another female. You know, I'm just thinking like that. This book, the cheapest I saw was $2. So it's not that bad. I actually have to go back to a shop because I think they had it here just before lockdown. But yeah, it was like $2.
Tell me more about the shop.
Yeah, Keith, I gotta bring it to you because like he gives a free book to your first time. So
we ain't gonna plug it though. Must be no sponsorship deal there.
$4 Canadian. $4 Canadian X is I think it's $2.75 American.
$4 Canadian is we owe you money.
Yeah,
American.
We owe you money.
Oh shit! Okay. Yo, I got everything $4 Canadian.
The other book with Riri Williams is Amazing Spider-Man 406. This is the first appearance of Lady Octopus, who also who also has a lot to do with, she fights.
Is it octopus or
like
octopi?
a knockoff Dirk Doc.
Octopus. I didn't say octopi.
No, I was
she could show up, man. I'm telling you guys right now, she could show up. She's got
Dr. Octopus?
Lady
Dr. Octopus. Is it a female Dr. Octopus, or is it just...
Yeah, Lady Octopus.
Oh, I remember her.
From Into the Spider-Verse, right?
Oh, she had a dope cover. She was on her first appearance. It was a dope cover.
Easily show up again. Another female with tech, going up against Miles Morales, things like that in those teams, so things like that. So again, another book that I think you could easily get. This book I saw as cheap as I think it was like $5. I wrote it all down, so just give me a sec.
Wait, didn't they sort of use a version of her in Into the Spider-Verse?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Is that her, or is that just a take on that similar character or something?
It's my universe, goddammit.
Hell yeah.
We're just living in it.
Yeah, I don't know. But again, when you start doing some of the, when you start connecting the dots, as I try to put it, like you start reading a little bit here, start reading a little bit there, you start digging, connecting a few dots, things like that, possible characters that show up. Because again, you have to look at the whole spectrum, not just one thing.
Did you just take out keys?
You gotta look at all that. And, you just gotta.
This video is not rated PG.
Like I start thinking, especially with that one, right? Like, okay, Riri, female, young, she's got a purpose. She's trying to follow that Iron Man thing with that technology.
Lady Octopus as a female villain for Riri. I like that, bro. I like that. That's interesting. They can definitely
not bad Spec.
She also does have a few Miles things. So if we don't see her right away in the Riri, maybe later on, as a villain. So again, something that you can pick up
Spider-Verse too.
Basically peanuts, and then maybe later on is something.
Well, and that's the thing. She has potential to show up in multiple ways. I mean,
exactly.
Obviously they're going to do another animated Into the Spider-Verse, I would imagine. They're going to do something to,
100%.
Yeah. And it sounds like, it looks like we're probably getting some sort of live action type of Into the Spider-Verse thing going on. So,
it's super popular. And
Spider-Man is all over the place, and it's all good right now.
Yeah. And I mean, you're going to get these characters like Silk, Miles, and things like that. So just, Anya, like you're going to get all these characters, I think. That's actually another book very slept on. It's rising in price right now. It's getting to that, I think, like $200 range. Anya.
I like her. She's a good one.
But, that's a book a lot of people slept on and are going to be paying the price later on. And finally, my last book has nothing to do with Riri Williams. Maybe.
Definitely got something to do with Iron Man.
Maybe. But this was interesting because when I started reading some databases and things like that, the book came across, and it was only because me and Hyper actually had conversations about a certain character I will not name right now. I don't want to name.
Yo, is that a Wolverine Shaker Cup?
Yes, sir.
That's a Wolverine Shaker Cup, baby.
There we go.
But the book is, and it's a long ass title, guys. I don't think anybody. I haven't heard anybody talk about this book in a long time, if at all. But it is the all new different Avengers #3. Does anybody know who is in there? What first appeared? None of that, eh? So the first official team appearance of the Avengers, not the Avengers as we know it, but a future group of Avengers. Here's the team: Sam Wilson, Kamala Khan, Sam Alexander. It says Iron Man, but I'm assuming it might be Riri Williams. And then there's also Miles Morales. That's the team.
It's a good team.
That, like, to me, I started.
Honestly, dude, I can't fight you. That's a good team.
But here's the thing, right? Like I start looking at these teams and I start looking at the characters that they might be able to do. I think a big wrench in, not right now cinematically, but like 5 to 8 years from now, the issue that they're going to have is the fact that, there's no Black Panther, right? Like they were going to build Black Panther with Captain Marvel and move that way, and they're not going to be able to, right? So they're probably not like they're rushing or, panicking, but they are probably looking at different teams that they could put together. Okay, so when we look at things that are popular, characters that are like coming up right now, what do you have? Kamala Khan, Miles Morales. You already have Sam Wilson in the show. If it's successful, you never know. Yes, it does say Iron Man and Thor in there. Is Thor going to be around? Maybe, but guess what? You could easily put Jane Foster or something else going in there. Iron Man. That could be Riri Williams. It doesn't necessarily mean anything, but this book is like $2. Again, $2.
That series is pretty. It's not a very expensive series at all. Yeah, because.
So yeah, when you start looking at that and connecting the dots, I mean, I'm not suggesting it's going to be $1,000 book, but there's a lot of books that people bought and they didn't realize what they had until a few years later. All they have to do is show up, and then guess what? That $2 investment is $50.
And it's funny. It's funny because when people see books that are that low, it's sometimes actually a turnoff for them because they're thinking, oh, it's probably a nothing book, and they'll usually pass it over and then look up. They'll be looking for that $10 or $15 book, not knowing that, sometimes there is a bit of gold in those little nuggets.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you look at books. Man, I forget what issue it is. I was just looking at it the other day though, and it was an issue that, like, the only significance to it was that it was the first meeting of Spider-Woman, Spider-Gwen, and Silk.
Oh, are you talking about?
Yeah.
I forget what issue it is right offhand, but that was the only significance to the issue, and like it's selling at a pretty good premium. It seems like it's like, it's kind of like those old issues where like Spider-Man first meets Daredevil, and what they don't really seem, maybe at the time, like they're huge keys, but later down the road in the lore and everything, they tend to have some value because people like these first meetings and
I think
stuff
that's
like
hot right now, man. I think that's like a hot, not property, but I think that's a hot trend.
Yeah.
Is these first meetings right now. Like you look at Spider-Man and Moon Knight, Spider-Man and Daredevil first appearances or first team meetings, they're going nuts.
Or even like the big one, Thor, right. Thor meeting Silver Surfer, that cover.
Oh
yeah.
It's
I mean, there's a lot of them out there that have been picking up interest for different reasons, and these younger characters are huge right now. So there's going to be a lot of different issues with them, meeting each other and everything like that will have some kind of intrinsic value over time.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, guys, so that's kind of my news and my spec for this week. Again, just books that you guys should be on the lookout for. Like Hyper said, sometimes you see a book and it's like $1 to $3. Don't necessarily pass it up. Take a look. A lot of those champion books that a lot of people are looking for right now, guess what? I found mine in a $1 bin. I got 2 copies. Even the variants, like you can find them in places where you would not imagine. So make sure there's a price
champions weren't selling for shit for a while.
Doesn't mean anything. Okay, make sure you guys look. All right, make sure you guys know what you guys are looking for ahead of time, because it's easy when we're shopping and we have a million comics in front of us to lose sight of the books that we're actually looking for. So
and just a tip for people that are back issue diving, because I've been doing a lot of that lately. If you find a shop that has like unsorted boxes but that's still for sale, those might not be a bad idea to look through, because that's usually where you find the places that's already sorted and it's been categorized. Usually shop owners that are pretty savvy will pick out the keys and put it in their walls. But the boxes where they are yet to put them, organized and alphabetized, as long as they're still willing to sell them, dig through. I mean, obviously it's going to take some effort on your part to go through them, but look,
that's the fun, bro.
Case in point, I spent 2 hours digging yesterday. and you saw the books that I showed you, Keys. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you're
definitely
not
worth dig through the dollar business stuff like that.
you're not always gonna end up with a W. Like sometimes you'll end up with fodder, but look, that's the fun of the hunt.
Man, my champion books, like we picked those out in July. I think we went to Kitchener, right, Keys? I picked them up for $1. They're going for 15 to 20 bucks now. You know what I mean? Like it's profit, but guess what? Like I sell one and I'm already at like 1,000% profit. You know what I mean? Like just
that's your good. Yeah, that's a great ROI. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're going on 3 hours and 10 minutes. Last word of the day. I'll go first. If you guys haven't already, or if you aren't already, please make sure you guys go sub my channel. I have a 1,500 sub giveaway. I'm giving out 4 books. Hyper says they're really good books. So, just kidding, guys. I know they're good books, but yeah, go check that out.
He's got to put it on me just in case the community goes after him. He's going to basically throw me into the mix.
I think they're good books.
Plausible deniability.
Plus, how
they are good books. They are good books.
You can't go wrong with free books. So all you got to do is be a subscriber, comment on the video. It was like 3-4 videos ago, so make sure you guys go check that out. I do have a new video coming out. I'm just trying to plan it around the holidays. With lockdown, I think we'll have more time. Lastly, we will have a show on Tuesday, so I hope you guys tune in for that. And then we'll say our, happy holidays and all that stuff there. I'm done. Keys, you're up next. What do you got coming up?
Bruh, I got probably a Spawn Spec video, most likely on 313. Hopefully dropping tomorrow, if not the next day. I have that 250 subscriber giveaway still going on. Find the video, comment, enter the draw. And that's everything, man. It's just nice to be back. I'm out in isolation, so that's why I'm back right now. I got time, boys, and it's nice to be back. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, Hyper. What's going on in Hyper World?
Same old. Just yeah, same old. Just doing my. Well, I've been kind of lax on the IG, so I'm trying to get back on that. So I apologize, guys. Haven't really been putting much content lately, but just had to sort through some stuff. So hoping to get back on the regular on that, and still going to be hanging out with you guys as long as we keep pumping those shows. And I frequent sometimes the other channels like Spine Ticks and all that. And like he said, it's good to have Keys back, and it's nice that he does those hand gestures to help those that are hearing impaired in our chat so they can follow along. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, good to be with the fam. And yeah, that's it for me.
And lastly, Mr. FaceTime, what do you got coming up, brother?
So most of my content I'm actually going to be waiting until after the new year to put up. I've got a couple character spotlight videos, and I'm gonna help Mr. Key Issues out because he doesn't know it yet. But now that I heard that he's on quarantine, I'm gonna put his ass to work, and we're gonna make a video that we have been talking about for some time on an amazing comic series that I got him into. I'm not gonna say what it is.
It's so good.
Drop video.
I look forward to it. So as always, guys, please make sure you guys go sub my man FaceTime, Mr. Key Issues, Hyper on Instagram. I'll obviously be promoting his YouTube channel when he decides to do that. But for now, please, if you haven't already, go check out his Instagram. And one account that I want to bring light to, Jorge, Mr. Universe X. If you haven't already, go follow him. That guy's got crazy books.
Definitely.
He was telling me his story. He got hooked on Spawn and things like that, but he is always in our chats. He's always, repping, supporting the community, giving his knowledge. One of the nice guys. I can genuinely say he's one of the nice guys. So if you haven't already, please make sure you guys go check out his Instagram. And yeah, guys, like I said, Tuesday we'll be back at it. We're going to be previewing the whole year, the hottest books of 2020. Hopefully the chat and the conversations will be fun and great as always. And that's it, guys. Again, thanks for joining, all right?
Peace.